Oh, hey, you want to hear a really, really bad dad joke?
Is this how we start the show?
Sure. You want to hear a really bad dad joke?
Not really, but go for it.
What do you call a spellcaster who likes to go to the beach?
What?
A sandwich.
Show's over, folks.
Welcome, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, this is Gorilla Blood Radio. I've been obsessed with watching them stupid videos of dad jokes. I don't know if you've seen those on YouTube lately.
I have not, and I don't plan on doing so.
Oh, I love stupid jokes, dude. My nephew is gonna be 7, and he loves trying to get me to tell him stupid jokes or whatnot. So it's always fun. He comes up with stuff randomly sometimes. I'm like, okay, some of those it's just like he just wants to say booty or wiener or something for the sake of saying it because he's a freaking 6-year-old kid. But some of them actually turn out pretty damn good. So, but Daniel Korea, Scott X out in New York City. How was
How
your
many people
week,
turn
man?
the show off?
Huh?
I'm just wondering how many people turned the show off already.
After the stupid dad joke.
Yeah.
I don't
Like,
know.
oh, get it? I didn't listen to the rest of this.
Yeah, whatever. Their loss.
One listener.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we just lost half our fan base,
So we lost our fan base.
basically. Oh man. So how was your week, man?
I spent too much on movies,
Uh
as usual.
oh. You got a
Yeah.
big old stash. Yeah, wound up.
Of course I do. It's called my living room.
Well, no, no, no. I meant from your haul from where'd you go? You go to the Goodwill?
Last Sunday, went to cook off.
Yeah.
While Tomas sold movies, I bought some. I bought, I think, a handful of movies there. And then after work on Thursday, because I had nothing better to do and I wanted to actually walk around and make believe I'm trying to lose weight, you know, thought I'd walk around the old Steinway Street. And of course, I went to, a couple of thrift stores and, CEX, a place that sells used movies, and walked out of Steinway Street with 6 new films.
Nice.
And then, because I didn't feel like staying home yesterday, I went to the Queens Center Mall area. Found out that Toys R Us is even shittier than usual in the area. Hot Topic has nothing I want when it comes to pops, so I don't know if I'm ever going to buy one of those again from there, it seems like. And, oh yeah! Then I went to Best Buy and Target and spent way too fucking much
Oh man.
on 4 movies.
Damn.
I know, but they're brand new, and I really wanted them.
Which ones?
Shin Godzilla, which I've been looking for a while now.
Nice.
I can finally have that. They finally took $5 off Chopping Mall, so I finally bought that. Costing way too much. And I bought the Lion King signature edition because I'm a whore for Disney movies.
And the fact that they have that stupid vault thing and it probably won't be on sale for like another 18 years.
I don't know. Once these signature editions things, I think the vault thing is not a thing anymore.
Okay, good.
I think that's going to be an issue. Even though, because, I have every signature edition so far. I got Pinocchio, I have Bambi, I have Beauty and the Beast. Even though now I have 2 copies of Beauty and the Beast. 2 copies of Bambi on Blu-ray now. I now have 2 copies of The Lion King on Blu-ray now. And, whatever the other signature edition, Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. I got that also.
Fun.
I'm a Disney whore. This one comes in the book, though. This is the Target exclusive version.
Sweet.
Yes, I don't know what it's about. Fuck it. The book is the DVD case. I honestly don't know what it is. I haven't even looked at it yet. I haven't even looked at the Pinocchio one yet. The one I got? Or Bambi? I don't know!
He's a
I also bought Return of the Living Dead through Scream Factory, even though they had the other version on Blu-ray, but I have that version on DVD, and I don't want that version on Blu-ray because that's the version with the old soundtrack that's not part of the movie soundtrack that came out actually with the movie.
What?
Yeah? Yeah, exactly. Like,
Very.
so the movie came out with a different soundtrack than it's known for because they lost the rights to the songs songs, so when they put it out on video, they had to use different songs. So the ones that people have been listening to and watching all these years were different songs than the ones that were in the theatrical edition. Scream Factory, which is a subsidiary of Shout Factory, who puts out all the cartoons and stuff like that, went and got the rights to all but one of the original songs and put it together for a Blu-ray.
That's cool.
Well, screw it. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. It's a great horror film. It's a fantastic comedy film. Since it's a zombie film, I consider it a sci-fi film too. There's a reason for that soon.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to finally own it. I mean, I went to a midnight movie marathon to literally just watch that movie. The other 4 movies were bonuses. I went to mainly see that film on the big screen.
Well, why the hell not?
Oh, because it costs so fucking much?
You ain't gonna be taking that money with you.
Yeah, I ain't taking the DVDs either, yet I still keep ordering those.
Yeah, but I find it funny that they say money can't buy happiness, but money can buy you a lot of things that sure as hell can make you happy.
It helps. I don't know if I'm happy, but I'm content.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. See, I'm one of those people where it's like, yeah, I don't always buy myself a lot of different things, but I mean I do have my video game systems and my TV and stuff like that, and people are like, well, you don't go on vacation or anything like that all the time. Because I like staying home and watching movies and watching TV and playing games and doing stuff on the computer, whatnot, doing the freaking show, talking to you. It's like, yeah, I don't really need to go out and have dinner all the time or go out and go bowling or whatever. Hell, forget it. You got to deal with people in public. People suck sometimes.
Yeah, oh my god, you are. Geez, even I'm more social than you. That's sad.
Hey, I don't, dude. It's funny because I'm one of those people where I recharge way differently. I'm very much an introvert when it comes to recharging. You know, I mean, Scott and I, man, we can talk all freaking day about wrestling or movies or whatever. And I'm good. Dude, seriously, hell, get the boobs on the phone talking wrestling with us. We'll be here for 20 days straight. I mean, and I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. So it's pretty. He can talk, man. But yeah, dude. But then afterwards, sometimes it just gets to a point where I'm kind of like, man, dude, I'm burnt out on people. I just kind of want to sit in my room. And the only thing that'd be different for me is I'm not a huge reader. I know a lot of people that are introverts that like to just sit in the corner and have their reading nook and read their book. I'd like to watch movies and yell occasionally through the headset at like teenagers who freaking kill me in Call of Duty. So, which is really funny when my students actually have seen my video streaming video games. They're like, wow, you curse a lot. Yeah, sorry. Do as I say, not as I do.
Why do you let people know you exist outside of the school?
Somebody found it and then started telling everybody. I don't know why. Somebody freaking looked me up and found me on my freaking Twitch channel.
Well, there's your problem. You have a Twitch.
So, yeah, oh well. Well, speaking of movies, we,
Oh, that was a horrible segue.
I know. Hey, speaking of moving pictures, that could have been even...
Speaking of flicks.
Yeah. Yeah, so...
you can always do that, like, oh man, I was picking my nose earlier today. Hey, speaking of flicks.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you saying picking your nose made me think of, you ever play the video game for, it was during the 16-bit gen with the SNES and Genesis, Boogerman?
I played it vaguely. I heard they tried to bring it back.
Yeah, dude, it was a fun game, dude. I really enjoyed playing that game. It's literally it's basically a platformer where all your attacks are either flicking boogers, burping or farting. It's hilarious, and it's like this fat, like overweight, balding, middle-aged dude who dresses in like a green leotard. It's freaking hilarious. It's like it was in the vein of like Earthworm Jim. So
What's the creators, the guys who made Earthworm
it
Jim?
could have been. I don't know. Off the top of my head.
Okay, so what are we doing now? This is your show.
Well, no, this is our show, man. But no, I was getting at we're finished up with August and we're into September, so we'll finish up running down what we had for our animated August, our last first annual. Yes, yes. Thank you, Scott, for getting that implemented over there at horrorsonline.proboards.com, and and thank you to Dave for allowing us to do it. That was a pretty we actually had what, about 8 people involved in it this time around.
Good amount of people involved. I mean, the forum really gets together to do these things. It's always nice to be able to enjoy films with other people, and just let them know what we've talked about and what we watched, and bullshit and complain and yak yak yak. Don't talk back type thing.
Yeah, and on top of that too, you forget certain movies out there after a while. And again, when you're only looking at Netflix, like for me, I have Netflix and Hulu and Crackle occasionally. I have some DVDs. I can borrow some from my folks or from my friends, but I still miss out on certain movies. So seeing sometimes Scott's list, I go, oh crap, I should go find that. That's somewhere here in the house. Or I gotta.
So just in the land of time?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's a fun experience. So how did your list for animated August end up?
I got 32 movies in.
Holy hell!
Yeah, I fell behind a good portion for a while.
Yeah, you were behind by like 3 or 4 at one point in time, I think.
Yeah, for a few days, and I'm all caught up. Not only did I catch up, I actually could have watched about 3 or 4 more movies if I didn't do anything on, after work Thursday. I could have just gone home and watched movies. Could have watched them on Wednesday. I was off Wednesday.
Nice.
But I didn't.
So what'd you finish up with? I think last show we had, I think we were about at the 24, 25 mark. So something like that.
Whole list it is. Okay, I agree. Whole list. Do you agree? Whole list?
Whole list? Yeah, we can run down the whole list. Yeah, that's fine.
It's not about we can, we will.
Okay, sure, go.
Yes, you will do this too.
Okay.
Alright, so as always, you gotta start off with something iconic, something that will set the tone for the rest of your the month following of movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I started with one of the best, if not the best animated film, and half of it's live action. Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Nice.
Come on, it's a classic.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of my favorites.
And now a modern day classic followed with Zootopia, which I'm surprised I didn't watch 4 times this month alone. I like the movie. I even got Nick and Judy. Remember the old Infinity game that they had? They had the little statues for the Infinity game. Yeah, those are the only 2 non-Star Wars Infinity characters I have.
They're cool little statues, dude. I mean, it's cool that.
It's better statues. That's why I bought a crap load of them.
Yeah, I mean, especially now, I think the game has been basically scrapped, so all the statues that are still left, I mean, you can get them for like $2.
Well, I bought them when they were like $4 a shot.
Yeah, you can get them for like $2 or less at GameStop now.
Tell that to Toys R Us, because Toys R Us is selling them for full price again.
Oh, what the hell?
And they didn't have any I needed, except for maybe Canon and Ezra from the new show.
Oh, from Rebels, yeah.
Which I might have bought if they were $4 each, but they weren't, so I didn't.
Dumb.
Yeah, I know. Because I wasn't really into the characters at first, and I still haven't watched the show, but one of the games I play, they're in it, and they're pretty fun to play in the game, so. After that was Sing, which I saw in theaters, thanks to work.
Nice.
Which is Then I watched Monsters University, and then I followed it with Monsters Inc.
Yeah,
My God, man. 12 years? Wow, the advances they made in animation. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when we used to watch Monsters Inc. going, oh my God, nothing can get better than this.
It's always scary to think that, and then something changes.
Yeah, it looks so. It's only 12 years old, yet it looks so antiquated
Well,
now.
even to a point, like again, I know my dad has a laser disc player, and it's
Uh-huh.
really funny to watch the quality of a laser disc than watch a quality of a Blu-ray. It's insane.
They can do that with DVD alone.
Yeah, it's insane.
I mean, standard definition. I don't know. To me, Blu-rays are just too sharp.
Yeah.
Even though most of the stuff I buy now is Blu-ray.
Hey, I'm waiting for the day when we actually everybody keeps saying, "Oh, 3D TVs." No, I want a 3D projector that projects the hologram up like in Star Wars, and I can walk 360 degrees around it.
I do not want that.
Oh, I would love that because then I would like make sure like if I had a movie with like Jennifer Lopez or something in it, I would be like sitting behind her the whole time.
Of course,
So that's just me. So.
not that I wouldn't be right next to you.
Exactly. So, all right, go ahead.
Like, make sure it's on a turntable, so instead of getting up, you just turn the table.
Exactly. Ooh.
You know, shit. Shit.
Yeah, just put on a little
uh,
lazy Susan action, sort of spin that thing.
Exactly. Then I watched, in severe depression, Inside Out, which did not help in severe depression. Then I watched, because it was amazing, Kubo and the Two Strings, and I got to see that in theaters.
Nice.
Ignore the fact that I dozed off during it a little. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. Still watched it. Still amazing.
It counts.
The Fox and the Hound, who, as I mentioned in a previous episode, adult Copper, was voiced by Kurt Russell.
Yep.
Yeah, and then The Fox and the Hound 2, which was not voiced by Kurt
Russell. Voiced by some random schmuck.
Well, they were. It's sort of a story that's supposed to take place in the middle of The Fox and the Hound.
That was one of Disney's. That was one of Disney's straight to DVD brilliance.
Yeah, 25 years later. But hey, they kept Patrick Swayze and Reba McEntire in it, so it ain't all bad.
Oh, okay.
Nothing with Patrick Swayze in it is completely bad. He played a great character in it, so. And Reba McEntire is Reba McEntire. Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
Horton Hears a Who. Follow that, because god damn it. That's one of the few times I actually really like Steve Carell.
Yeah, 40-Year-Old Virgin I liked, and
I couldn't stand that when I first saw it.
Really? I like that one.
Nope. I just couldn't. I'm not into shit like that. I don't like Judd Apatow. I really don't.
Okay. Yeah, I guess maybe.
It's like his style of comedy. Unfortunately, my mentality when it comes to comedy is stuck in like 1983 with Revenge of the Nerds.
Nah. Panty raid.
So I'm listening to like a big guy yelling nerds and little guys going, oh god, running for their lives. It's not funny to me.
Right on.
I think like the most recent comedy that I really enjoyed, oddly enough, was Van Wilder.
You know what? I've seen. I'm trying to think. Was there 2 of those movies?
Yes, there's also one where
was like
Penn plays the lead character, The Rise of Todd.
Okay, I know I've seen bits and pieces of both of those. Then.
The first one I find hilarious, but then again, I got a soft spot, or is it a hard spot, for Ryan Reynolds. See, it did Deadpool joke. No, I've always found him to be a very entertaining actor, and I like the fact there are times when he goes out of just being a comedian, like with Woman in Gold. I mean, the dude can act.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean,
he's well known for being a goofy bastard.
Yeah, wasn't he in that? What was the one about space just recently that he was in?
Life. I really want to see.
Yeah, that looked actually really good.
Shit, I might have to watch. I might have to see if that plays on my DVD player, the copy, quote unquote, that I have. I'm waiting for like the drop in price, and then I might just like blind buy it.
Cool.
Hey, look, Black Friday's coming up, and a lot of movies go for like $4 a shot. I abuse that so much.
Oh God, please don't say that. Black Friday's coming up. It's 2 months away.
Yeah, at my undisclosed pharmaceutical job, they're having Halloween candy out.
Oh God.
I stopped in a couple of days ago to pick up some prescriptions, and I saw that shit, and I just said, "Fuck."
Yeah, they're just opening the spirit store by my house.
God damn! Like, come on! Like, this was August still. Granted, it was months away at that point.
Hey, I can basically.
Who's buying their Halloween candy now?
Yeah, exactly. I can basically tell you what 90% of the costumes are in the Spirit store.
Star Wars?
No, just walk into the women's section. Slutty cop, slutty nurse, slutty whatever. So, I don't know.
Well, someone's not going to be slutty. Who is?
I will not be wearing a slutty costume. That's for damn sure.
That's what you think.
Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that.
Come on, man. Just let the man hair out. Come on.
Hey, it could, dude. You know what? Maybe I could pull off something like that. I mean, Xavier Woods and Big E did it. If you saw that video, right?
Yes, I did.
For those of you guys who don't know, they basically tried to do the entrances of Bailey and Sasha Banks whilst dressed as Bailey and Sasha Banks. It was creepy as fuck.
I still want to know how much hair alive.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Xavier Woods has like the curliest fro, and it was like straight. It was ridiculous.
Still, nothing beats that pompadour he had a few years ago.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, actually. All right, carry on.
Also, when he came out as Rufio and Michael Cole actually saying, "No, that's Rufio." Get it right.
That's awesome.
We will get back to wrestling later, probably.
Yes.
Probably not, actually. Who knows with this? The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, which apparently was a compilation of 3 short films, because that's why I followed up with Winnie the Pooh and A Day for Eeyore, which is the last of 4 short films that actually came out after the compilation of 3 short films.
Nice.
That make sense?
Sure.
Okay. Then for work, we watched the SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water, which I actually didn't hate. I actually really enjoyed it. I'm not a SpongeBob fan. SpongeBob, okay. I'm not a SpongeBob fan, you know. Maybe it was SpongeBob, it would be different. No, it wouldn't. But the movie itself was pretty entertaining for what it was. I don't know if I'd go out of my way to watch it again, but if I had nothing else on and it was playing, I'd probably leave it on. I followed that up with, that evening, Shrek.
Shrek, yay.
Yeah, oddly enough, that one still holds up, even though it's been, 16 years.
Very good movie.
Yeah, it's very good. The animation was actually pretty high quality considering that came out the same year as Monsters Inc. It looked much better than it.
I just gotta ask you one question. Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man!
Okay, we're not continuing that.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, I know.
Stupid.
Good movie though.
Yeah, it
a lot
is.
of quotable moments, it's like the adult jokes that they put in there. It's just like they're just the right adult joke.
Exactly. And they go right over the kids' heads too.
I know, they're just enough to make the kid go, huh? Oh, that's funny. I think. And the adults go, oh shit. Good times. Then I watched in theaters for work The Adventures of Tintin from 2011. Where is my sequel?
Don't know.
Shit, we're actually getting a Jeepers Creepers 3 this month, but I can't get a fucking sequel to Tintin?
Oh god.
I'm actually really looking forward to that.
Ugh.
Jeepers Creepers and Jeepers Creepers 2 are great horror films. I can't wait to watch them. I'm probably going to watch them for 31 Nights of Halloween because I haven't seen them for years.
Maybe I'll have to give those another shot.
Oh, you weren't a fan of them originally?
By the time I first saw them, I wasn't a fan of horror movies, so.
See, the first one's more of a scary type of film. Mystery, scary, suspense. The second one's more like horror, terrifying, trapped in a school bus, being chased down and eaten by a crazy dude. Scary.
Well, that's
yes,
fun.
Yes, just gave away the whole film.
Okay, sure. That's.
But seriously, nonetheless, it's an entertaining film. I like it. They're very different films, but I do like them, and I'm looking forward to there finally being a sequel.
Right on.
After that was Shrek 2. Because the other 2 are not worth watching.
Yeah, I actually own a copy of Shrek 3D, and it's like a little short film with 3D glasses. It's really shitty.
Is that Shrek 3, or is it a complete... I don't understand.
No, it's a completely different movie that they called Shrek 3D, and then they made Shrek 3.
See, every Shrek movie and a couple of shorts. I do not.
Yeah. So.
Um, yeah, but Shrek 2 is also pretty damn good. I like the stories of those two films. Shrek 3 can live without. Shrek 4's got its moments. Even with the weird time shenanigans.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about because I've never even watched those afterwards.
I would say watch Shrek 4. That's okay. Watch the Puss in Boots movie. Yeah.
Have not seen that one either.
That is a good one. I regret not owning that one for the month. I really need to find a copy of that. Big Hero 6, because there's never a time not to watch Big Hero 6. The Lego movie, because that's fun.
Yes, everything is awesome.
Everything is awesome, including my list. Brother Bear. I know we talked about that last week.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really enjoyed that movie. It's not as bad as people let it out to be. I have not seen Brother Bear 2, though, so I have no idea what's going on with that. Then I watched Paranorman, because, claymation.
Nice.
Hercules, the 1997 epic with James Woods, because I really just wanted to hear James Woods.
He's awesome.
Him as Hades is just fantastic. There's nothing better.
He's just got that.
Reborn as Hercules is great too.
He's just got that. James Woods has that perfect condescending asshole voice.
Yes, he does, and it just the way he flows and rolls with it. He's just this sporadic kind of just lets it all out, lets it loose, man. It's great. He seems to be on top of it all times too, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's so entertaining to listen to. God, you ever watched Casino? He's great in it as well.
Nice.
Then I did a Minion trilogy with Despicable Me, Despicable Me 2, and the Minion movie, which is actually much better on the second viewing.
Yay.
Seriously, when I watched it the first time, I wasn't expecting much, and I didn't get much. When I watched it the second time, I'm like, I watched this already. Shit, this is actually funny.
Scarlet Overkill!
Yeah, I know. She's entertaining as all hell. Plus the family of bank robbers.
Yes. That was funny.
It's a much better film than people give it credit for, and I kind of understand why now.
There is one thing that ties us all together. We all were born with flippers! No? Just me? Oh.
Jeez, I think you watched that more than once.
Oh, dude, my freaking nephew loves it. That's the main reason why I didn't watch it this time around. I've probably seen it about 8 times in the past year.
Good for you. I think that's where we left it last time. So since then, I tried to get a few movies off my pile of shit I need to watch, because I have a huge pile of shit I need to watch, to the point where the bed in the living room is now covered in DVDs completely. There's no room for anything else.
Nice. Holy hell.
So I put them back out on the bedroom, on the bed in the living room, right? Yeah, it's completely full.
Damn.
Completely. Like, I could maybe put a Hess truck behind them. One. A Hess truck? Does anyone even know what a Hess truck is?
Nope.
My dad, oh my god. They don't have Hess over, they didn't have Hess. You didn't grow up like I did, waiting for, the Thanksgiving Day parade for just this one moment where the commercial plays right before Santa. The Hess truck's back and it's better than ever for Christmas this year. The Hess truck is blah 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 blah.
Nope. Never heard that before.
Oh my god, I feel so sorry for you.
I wonder if it's a regional thing.
Maybe, but the Hess trucks some of them go for like $300, $400, $500 each.
What is it?
Well, Hess is a gas station. Well, was a gas station here, at least in New York and along the East Coast, because I know Tomas knew them back in Virginia, I think.
Okay.
So it's not something that's just, New York. But they used to do a truck every year, a Hess truck, a collectible plastic toy, usually a piggy bank.
Oh, that's cool.
And then after a while, like one year they did a Winnebago, which I fucking destroyed when I was younger because I tried to shove He-Man into it. And He-Man are big, the Winnebago's small. No one won that bad. So what should have been like the $400 or $500 Hess truck that I own, about $4 to $5.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I decided to keep only one Hess truck because I found one apparently that we didn't sell. We sold a whole bunch of them before we moved to where I am now. Disappointed the fuck out of me because my father kept all the Sunoco trucks because those were worthless.
Oh man.
Like, he kept the Sunoco trucks, which had no value, but he got rid of the Hess trucks that had plenty of value.
Yeah, well.
But after a while, they started doing, like, one was a fire truck with an extending ladder that went like 3 feet. You know, it was really cool. One was a giant police car. Another was like one with a race car in the back, and then it had a helicopter in the back, and a space shuttle in the back.
Oh,
Really,
dude,
really cool.
those sound really fucking cool.
Yeah, man. Hess truck, even though Hess has been bought out and is no longer a company, they still do Hess trucks and they sell them online every year.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah, when I found out Hess was sold, I'm like, look, I don't even collect trucks anymore. But my God, what's going to happen to the trucks? They're like a part of, like history here, man. There's a legacy that goes with those, right?
Dude, wow. That's pretty neat that they still do that, though.
Yeah, it's just, they're one of the coolest things that you could ever find, and they're from a fucking gas station. Man, the ladders were perfect. I used to be able to have my G.I. Joes climb up them, and they're strong enough to keep one G.I. Joe up there without falling down, and then I'd launch the Joe off there like he's doing like a giant crossbody.
Nice.
Like 40 feet up.
That's awesome.
So apparently I was New Jack before New Jack was a thing.
That's fucking great.
Okay, back to the list now that we've curved completely off.
That's alright.
And apparently stopped at a gas station. I decided to do several movies I haven't seen on my list yet, which was Cinderella from 1950. Yeah, Cinderella.
Classic.
Cinderella. That thing.
Yeah, the whole freaking you know what? I find it really, really funny in that song, especially in this day and age. The whole idea of like, yeah, women empowerment, and in that song they actually sing, what is it? I'll cut it with the scissors and I can do the sewing, and then the woman mouse gets pissed and says, leave the sewing to the women. I was like, whoa, that's just backwards.
Well, it's backwards now, I guess, but back then that was kind of the norm.
Yeah. So. Shoot, man.
Oh, excuse me, I just belched. After that, I watched Toy Story 3.
Hey.
Lotso's a bastard.
Yeah, god damn it.
I kind of wanted them to all go into the giant melting pit of death, though, because then we wouldn't have a Toy Story 4 coming out.
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna go.
I don't know how we're gonna do a Toy Story without Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah, I forgot he passed.
Yeah, Don Rickles is dead, damn it. It was hard enough to replace Slinky Dog. At least, the guy you got him to replace him with at least sounds similar to him.
Yeah.
Blake Clark at least sounds similar to,
Yeah.
Ernest P. Worrell. Jim Varney.
Jim Varney. Man.
Damn, when he died, I was so sad. As bad as the Ernest movies were, I loved watching them. I still have a few. Actually, I'll probably be watching one next month. Ernest Scared Stupid.
Yeah, And
I regret not being able to show them to the kids. I think that would be a fucking classic movie to show them and probably scare the crap out of them because they're all pampered little brats.
Inappropriate.
No, they're just pampered.
I know. The parents are
thinking. Scared of the Page Master.
What?
Exactly.
Wow.
One of them started crying during Kubo and the Two Strings.
What?
Like this is the pussification of America, and I get to watch it in person.
Oh, that sucks.
Like seriously. Like in 5th grade, someone, I watched Chucky. I'm like, man, if you watch the shit that I watched growing up, or if you watch the shit that I watch now, it'll turn you white. Oh, you're already white? It'll turn you whiter.
Yeah,
it'll turn you translucent.
See, I was a chicken shit as a kid, and I will totally admit that.
Too, but I loved action films, and so I've watched a lot of violent and bloody action films growing up. Surprisingly enough, that doesn't bother me. I love 80s gore and graphics, man. Like, that shit don't bother me. Like, the shit that they do now, we're gonna make it as realistic as possible. We're gonna call it Hostile. Fuck you, I guess. I still haven't watched it. I own a copy of it at one point. I never watched it, and I gave it away before I watched it. Because I'm not into torture porn, says the guy who owns the first 2 Saw movies.
Hey, I've seen almost every single one of them. I don't think I've seen the last one that just came out or recently, whatever the final chapter.
Jigsaw 7?
Yeah, whatever the hell it was. But then I know they're coming
Yeah.
out with another like a Jigsaw
A prequel, I think.
yeah, exactly. So, but yeah,
I don't know what they're doing, but it's gonna happen.
yeah, and again, I'm one of those people where like I don't really care for all that blood, guts, and gore, but if you get past it, it actually is a very
Well,
good overarching story that goes between all the films.
well, I will say this. I watched the first one, scared crapless, and I'm like, I'm never gonna watch the second one. I finally sat down and watched the second one. I'm like, oh shit, this is actually pretty entertaining.
It is, yeah. I saw the first one in the theater, and I didn't sleep for a week. And I was in high school or like just starting college at the time.
Yeah, I was definitely not in the gore. Now I'm a little, I guess I'm getting, grizzled in my old age.
Serious, I'm like I said, dude.
So
I'm
I'm starting to go, there's still moments when I go, oh, that's too much for me. No, 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 no. There's still things like, yeah, like, I watched the Evil Dead remake in theaters, and that is like, well, like, Dead Alive levels of blood and gore. Like the chainsaw to the face, and I'm like, ooh, shit, she had that coming. Instead of going, oh god, I can't walk.
crazy, crazy.
I know. Speaking of horror films, I watched Blood: The Last Vampire, which is a anime,
Nice.
which they made several series of afterwards, and I can't find any of them for a decent price. But the DVD I found for like $3 at the Salvation Army. Like, I remember watching this on Showtime, so I bought it.
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
It is a pretty entertaining film. It's not very long. It actually, for an 80-minute film, it felt more like 40, 45 minutes.
Well, that's good.
Not really. Actually, I really wanted a lot more
Yeah.
after it.
Well,
But
I just hate when movies drag.
half of it's in Japanese. It actually was done on purpose, where it's half Japanese, half English. There is no, like, English track, Japanese track. That is the movie.
That's cool. That's different.
Yeah. I was done on purpose. So that was pretty cool. I'm like, oh shit, it's in Japanese. There's only one soundtrack. Okay, I guess I'll watch it in Japanese. Then they start speaking English. Huh? Let me look this up.
Hey, why not? Something different. It makes it stand out.
Well, yeah, no, that's fine. I think the Japanese should do. I think just cinema should do shit like that more often. That's what I like about Lucha Underground. Someone speaking Spanish, the other guy responds to them in English, and they both know what the fuck they're saying.
Freaking Mac and Sexy Star.
Like, they're having full conversations, and we have to read the subtitles for half of it.
Yeah, that's funny.
After Blood: The Last Vampire, I watched The Princess and the Frog.
Never seen it.
Disney's last hand-drawn animated feature. Probably going to be one of the last hand-drawn animated features made in the Western world ever again. And I fucking hate that fact, because hand-drawn animation is one of the best animation styles you can find. It's amazing to watch, and it's a dead art in the Americas.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because people grew up on shit like Shrek. Now, I'm not taking anything away from that. Like, there's a lot of work that goes into those films. A lot of the films that create new ones don't just, like, sit on their laurels and just be like, all right, we're going to reprint this and be done with it. They make new models, and they change with the times of, the advancement of the technology. But nothing beats a guy drawing a picture 27 times to give you 1 second of animation.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It is a dying art form, and the funny part is, I can remember in my beginning art class, we actually had to learn how to do a drawing on a, we called it a cell. It was basically, yeah, just like really cheap fucking overhead freaking paper. We actually drew on it, painted it, and actually made a background and attached it like it was like what you would have gotten from like the Disney store, like you like or something like that. Now you get those animation cells framed or whatnot. But we did our own.
Let's just good example. Disney. Speaking of animated August and all that stuff, right? I bought The Lion King. I have all those signature collections, right?
Mm-hmm.
None of those films are CGI.
Nope.
They have some of them have CGI elements like The Lion King and Beauty and the Beast, but Pinocchio sure as shit doesn't.
Dude, that came out in like the 40s, right? Was that?
I think Pinocchio was 1940. Snow White, as I saw on your list, was 37, or someone's list.
Yeah, it wasn't my list. I didn't watch that.
Probably Dave then. Still, like those movies are from the third. Like I watched Cinderella, man. Cinderella was one of the top tier animated films of its age. You know, all that shit's done with hands and painting and paper and shit. You know, like you don't need computers to make good movies. Don Bluth has created some of the best animated films ever with movies like All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't see any computers in that. I just see really, really well drawn works of art. And I hate that as a society, as a culture, we're getting away from that because one, it's not easy enough. Two, children don't give a shit because fuck you, where's my 3D drawings? You know, God damn. Like, you know, they don't. I mean, most of them just like Kubo. What's Kubo? Like, honestly, Life is making these films for adults now. They might as well just make an adult stop motion action film at this point. Something rated R, you know, because the kids aren't going to go see it.
Hey,
They don't give a shit about stop motion.
I got no problem with that.
Shit is antiquated to them. Sorry, I kept.
No, that's all right, man. No, I would be up for that, man. I think it'd be kind of cool to see something different like that. That's why it's fun to see, like, every now and again, like, I know Crackle did one that was kind of, it was by the same people who did, what was the, Comedy Central did that reality show with cartoon characters.
Yeah.
That's pretty
entertaining.
Oh, Drawn Together. There it is.
Yes.
The creators of that, they did a claymation like aging superhero group show, and they put it on Crackle. But it was all stop motion animation. But it was, you can tell they made the characters. It had to have been partially done with computers though, because they did certain things. They did certain things with the animated with the clay-made characters, and then some of the stuff looked too good.
If you ever watched
Oh yeah, I did. That's on my list. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch any of the makings of?
No, I hadn't.
That is one of the coolest things because, like, you know, the giant eyeballs.
Yeah.
All claymation.
That's cool.
The giant skeleton is claymation. You know, but there are elements that you have to use CGI for. So, like, you do the claymation of the actual giant fish creature that the grandfather turns into, and then you superimpose it onto the screen where Kubo is and all that.
That's sweet.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's so smooth. It's like, I understand the question. Why not just make a CGI movie? Where's the art in that, though?
Yeah.
You know, claymation's come a long way from, you know, Harryhausen doing, you know, the skeletons and Jason and the Argonauts, man. You know, when you watch that, you sit there in awe.
Yeah.
When you look at that, you go, why do they use computers anymore?
Yeah, exactly. Or even just even like in the short little dance numbers in Mary Poppins.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, it's not fair as a fan of animation to see it go the way it has. And that's not going to change. So if we want to get all our, hand-drawn goodness, we're going to have to watch European cartoons, which, in the end, is not a bad thing.
Yeah, just either got to read subtitles.
Okay.
So.
I got plenty of films that I need to read subtitles to. I just need to find the time to read them.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's the hard part when you watch movies at night and you want to fall asleep and you have to like pay attention to the screen in the entire time instead of like for me I zone out.
Well, that's why you don't watch those movies then.
Yeah, I know.
Oh shit, I want to read a couple of comics. Well, then I'm not gonna watch that movie, and maybe I'll throw in Live, Die, Repeat.
Nice. Okay. All right. How did your?
I get background noise. It's fine as long as it's also entertaining background noise.
Yeah, that's why I watch like ECW or old NXTs or something at night.
Mm-hmm. Also, The Princess and the Frog, though, if you haven't seen it, you've got to see it.
Okay, that's one I gotta put on my list then to see.
Absolutely, it's a great story. Keith David or David Keith, I think it's Keith David. I'm gonna look that up for a second. You know, he was the guy in The Thing.
Okay.
Yeah, Keith David. That's it. God, what was his name in The Thing? I'm gonna look that for a second. This shouldn't take too long. I'm wasting time. He was Childs in the thing. He does the voiceover for the American flag or the like when they do like the American flag or like maybe you'll see the one for Labor Day this weekend Monday for Raw. He does the voiceover for that.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, he's singing in it too. It's great. Friggin', it's one of those to me. It's a great animated film, and it should have been a revival. Instead, it seems to be the death knell. I say it. After that, I watched Sleeping Beauty for the first time in God knows how long. I was like, the story doesn't have much to it. How're they going to fill all this space in? Oh, that's how. Okay. That was entertaining. That was from 59. Again, you don't need, CGI to make, Maleficent look really friggin' awesome and amazing.
Yeah, dude, the most terrifying villain they ever made.
Pretty much. Man, just her design is classic. Her design was way ahead of its time, too, if you look at it. It's very angular, which you see a lot of different films while you're dying over there.
Sorry.
Are you okay?
Not really.
Not. So, am I doing the show by myself now?
For the next minute or so while I get my my liquid in my
Get your liquid back in your body?
Wow, that sucks.
What are you choking on? Did you suck in some beard hair?
Yeah, it's quite possible.
Oh dear God.
Yeah.
Okay, while he's dying over there, I'm going to talk about how I got ahead of the game, and by the end actually by the beginning of August 30th, I watched both Pocahontas and Pocahontas 2. I've never seen Pocahontas 2 before, and I actually really liked it.
Don't they go to England or something?
Yes, they do. I was reading the trivia for Pocahontas, right?
Yeah.
And they talked about the trivia how Pocahontas was previewed in Central Park on 3 massive blow-up screens 2 weeks before it actually came out in theaters.
That's neat.
I was there for that.
Hey!
Yeah.
That's cool.
That was actually pretty fucking cool. I think I still got some popcorn buckets with Miko and her on it. Miko being the raccoon.
Yeah.
That was the best character in the whole film. But I watched it for the first time, I think, since the 90s, and it's still a pretty good movie. It was nice seeing, of course now they talk about how it's the first movie with an interracial couple, it's the first movie with a colored princess. I'm like, yeah, I don't give a shit about that. I just want to see a good movie. One thing I also remember is the woman behind me kept stretching out her legs and kicking me in the ass. So my mom threatened her.
Oh, that's fun.
And then she kind of sat cross-legged the rest of the movie. So, yay! Jewish mom, angry. Yay.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Hey, look, it worked. I got her to back the fuck off.
That is true.
Okay, just so you know, Pocahontas 2 is called Journey to a New World. It's not a bad movie in its own right either. It's just definitely a made-to...
I kind of find it funny that they called it that, considering the fact that I know it's a new world for her, but it was technically the old world.
I think that's the whole point, because they journeyed to a new world in the first movie to meet Pocahontas. Now she's journeying to a new. They both could have just named Journey to a New World.
Yeah, exactly. So.
And then I ended it with I figured I needed something sci-fi-ish to go into Sci-Fi September.
Nice.
So I ended the month with watching one of my favorite cartoons ever, Heavy Metal.
Heavy Metal.
Yeah, man. If you haven't seen Heavy Metal, which is based off of the magazine Heavy Metal, which is also based off of the magazine Metal Hurlant from the Europes. It's just, raunchy sci-fi comics.
Yeah, I know South Park did some stuff where Kenny was, having an acid trip.
Heavy Metals when I was 13, man. That got me through some dark times.
Nice. Right on. So you got yourself a nice solid list.
I think this is a fantastic list.
Probably much better than my list.
Oh boy, what's your crappy list? What's your list?
So, all right, let's go back to the beginning, run down the entire month there. Started off with again my go-to movie because of my Ohana, my family, Lilo and Stitch. I love that movie. Such a good movie.
I thought it just ended abruptly. It felt like it had another 15 minutes to it.
They also have 2 extra films since then
I
too.
know, but I'm talking about just that movie itself. It
Yeah.
felt like there was more
They could.
expected on it.
Yeah, I mean they could have gone a little bit more, and I liked it. It's just one of those movies.
Well, no, I didn't say it was a bad film. It's just like I expected more when I was watching, like literally just more happening.
And
Like,
it's so
it just felt like the ending was just like, oh hey, aliens.
yeah.
Oh hey, family.
Yeah, and it's so funny because I'm sitting there looking at it going, why in God's name would the big old guy be like the Child Protective Services guy? Like, that just looks fishy right off the bat. Like, you knew he had something military or whatever. So, but, well. But, no, I watched that one, followed that up with We're Back, A Dinosaur Story, which I loved as a kid. I thought was really cool, but it had some really dark moments in it. Oh man, John Goodman plays.
No, I know the movie. I just don't remember like ever watching it. Like what? I think I have it on VHS somewhere. I have to look that up now.
Yeah.
I have to crawl through my VHS and see if I own that so I can watch that. There's also, speaking of dinosaur films, this is just like tangent. You ever see Denver the Last Dinosaur?
Yes.
Do you know it started off as a movie before it became a show?
No.
Or at least there was like maybe 3 episodes put together to be a movie, I guess. But I remember it being like, you know, an actual movie. Like I got it on tape somewhere. I hope.
That's funny. No, I never knew it was a movie.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
It's different.
So followed that up with The Emperor's New Groove. And then Tangled, which I think we talked at length on that one. That was the first time I'd ever seen it the whole way through.
You know, it's a great film.
It is. It very much is. I watched the TMNT animated film. Not the greatest film ever. It's very different.
Like the first 20 minutes of it is fantastic.
Yeah, it's very different. I mean, them trying to catch alien creature things from the past. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. It's like, hey, Leo and Rat are fighting with each other. Aliens.
Yeah. Rockadoodle. That one, I really enjoyed that one too. That was another one I watched a lot.
I gotta watch that again. I know I got that on VHS somewhere. I gotta rip that thing. I gotta rip my apartment apart and find some VHS.
Yeah.
No! I don't want to!
Followed that up with the Page Master, which you mentioned a little bit earlier, that some of your kids are afraid of.
It's like,
I don't.
My coworker's like, you're gonna send them home with nightmares. Like, that's their parents' problem.
That's crazy. So first duplicate that I have compared to your list is Zootopia.
Yay!
I love that movie. It's such a good movie.
It is.
I then watched Corpse Bride, which is the first time I had seen that one. The whole.
I've never seen it either.
Yeah, it's good. I liked it. It was. I mean, from what I knew about it, it basically was as predictable as I thought it was going to be. Follow that one up with another duplicate from your list, Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
I think that's just mandatory.
Yeah, exactly.
I think next year when we do this, like everyone has to watch Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Watch it.
Exactly. Shaun the Sheep movie. Actually,
I saw it in theaters last year, and I actually found it amusing.
It was, considering there's no dialogue in the entire movie. It's kind of awesome. I watched Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, the complete version. Okay. I'm not a huge Final Fantasy person, but I saw it and decided, okay, why not?
I play Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah, I just don't have the patience to play those games, considering that like you play for literally 24 hours straight and you're like 2% done with the game. Like I just can't do it. No, that's just me.
That's why I like handhelds. Although I was talking to one of my coworkers today, a guy who I first met for the first time, who's apparently been working there for several months. Um, we were talking Mega Man.
Nice, dude. They have a
And he's like, I'm a huge Mega Man fan, man. You can't talk to me about this without knowing. I'm like, I had Mega Man 2 for the NES. He's like, oh, man.
dude. Yeah, they have a
Yeah, I'm fucking old.
they have a thing now for the PC. It's called Mega Maker, and it basically takes the premise of how they did with Mario Maker, and you can make Mega Man levels.
Oh, great. Everyone's gonna make sprites and just turn them into little perler beads.
Yeah, more than likely. So, followed the Final Fantasy game movie up with the Lego Batman movie, because, I mean, I'm Batman, and it's freaking awesome.
I really need to see that. I'm like waiting for that to get dirt cheap. Everyone's gonna buy that.
It's funny. I really enjoyed it.
I love the Lego movie, and honestly, I've been seeing commercials for the Lego Ninjago movie.
Yeah, that actually doesn't look that bad either.
That looks really funny. God damn it! Am I gonna own like? Is this gonna become like my Marvel Cinematic Universe?
It could be. Who knows?
It's like
Oh,
Lego Cinematic Universe.
dude, the best part about the Lego Batman movie, there's a line where Joker is kind of running through some of the bad guys that are gonna help him, and at one point in time he goes, and last but not least, British robots. Talk to your nerd friends, kids, if you don't know what this is. I was like, God damn it. Freaking Daleks from Doctor Who.
Hey, I know.
It was just too funny.
I confirmed just in case. But I know.
I know, it's just too funny.
Again, I did watch the whole David Tennant Doctor Who, and I watched a little bit of the one after it, but I couldn't really get into it anymore.
Yeah.
It was like you replaced Tennant with such an uncharismatic guy. It's just not even cool.
It took Smith a few episodes to grow into the role. It very much did. And that's kind of usually how it is anyway with each of the actors. It takes a while, even for us as fans, to get used to them. So.
Yeah, well, since I never watched Doctor Who before, watching Tennant was like, oh, hey, this shit's pretty entertaining.
Yeah, Tennant was very entertaining, very charismatic. From
some parts I've seen of the old guy seem pretty good.
Oh, of the Capaldi, the more recent one.
I guess.
Yeah, if you've seen commercials or bits and pieces of anything recent, then yeah, that's probably him.
I want to watch the one with the War Doctor, the one that John Hurt played.
Yeah, that was good.
Just because I want to see John Hurt.
Yeah, it was a good little role for him, and there's a line in the movie where because they premiered it in theaters. It's like almost a 2 hour like double episode they crammed together, and both David Tennant and Matt Smith are in it as their doctors, and they happen to both be in the same place at the same time with the War Doctor, and they randomly point their sonic screwdrivers at something, and John Hurt looks at him and goes, "What the hell are you gonna do with those? Assemble a cabinet at them?" And then he does another one. He goes, "Those are scientific instruments, not water pistols." Yeah, dude, it's funny. He's got some good little one-liners, and yeah, he's.
Yeah, I just want to see the War Doctor episodes. Those sound interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge Doctor Who fan, but I would definitely check that out.
I will try to find those at least somewhere I can give you a link to or something.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Where I can buy them, people listening, to where I can buy them.
Oh no, they're like BBC. They might still even have them on demand, actually. So if you have the right cable system, you can probably just log in and even watch them through the on demand. Oh well, if I was gonna say, well, I don't know if they're on. If you have, no, I was gonna say Amazon. I think they might have them on there, but heck,
I don't have Amazon.
You got a family member with cable that can give you their login. That's perfectly fine too. All right, maybe I'll give you my login. I don't know.
Okay.
I watched.
Netflix
login instead. Maybe. Technically, that's my dad's login. It's not even my Netflix. It's not even my Netflix login. It's my dad's Netflix login. Shoot. Oh God, help us.
Wait, hey.
I just don't think you'd want to be. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry. Yeah. Stay as NDX. Keep NDX as your last name.
I don't know now.
All right. Watch Resident Evil Damnation. It's a sequel to Resident Evil Degeneration. I think was the first one. It was actually it's pretty.
Oh, were there zombie X-Pac in there?
That that's funny. But no,
Yes or no?
shockingly no. uh, I watched An American Tail, which dude, such a good movie.
You know what I really need to get? I need to get Five of those ones.
Yes, that yeah. I should have probably.
Anything after that, though, no.
I probably should have watched that one, but I didn't. I watched The Road to El Dorado, which I actually really liked that one.
I gotta watch that again. I haven't seen that since like the early 2000s.
Yeah. Watched The Nightmare Before Christmas, and
Classic.
yeah,
I will be watching that twice this year.
yeah. The third duplicate, Big Hero 6. Follow that up with The Hunchback of Notre Dame, which I think I said beforehand, very underrated movie, and it's really not geared towards kids for being an animated Disney film. I watched Balto. I really like that movie. That was a good one too. I watched a Netflix anime film called Blame, which is like futuristic robots and all different kinds of stuff. I watched Pinocchio, which had been God, it had to have been at least a decade or more since I watched Pinocchio last.
I don't remember the last time I've seen Pinocchio.
Yes.
I remember when I watched Dumbo recently. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this scene at the end is still trippy as fuck. When he's dreaming.
Yeah. It's been a while, man. So I remember certain things, but I don't remember exactly when or how they happened. I mean I know he's got the he's drunk and he sees the whole pink elephant on parade garbage stuff. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I watched Surf's Up. Did not follow that up with the WWE whatever spinoff sequel thing.
I am disappointed in you.
I know. Well, I put it this way. I want to say the main character's voice is Shia LaDouche. So I really, as soon as I heard that, I was like, shit, I'm going to put up with this movie and that's it. And I don't want to hear his voice ever again. I hate that guy with a passion. It sounds sure as hell sounded like him.
I'm going to have to see.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't.
Yeah, it is Shia LaDouche.
Yeah, I can't stand him. It was, yeah, I'm not overly fond of him at all. Then they had like,
Zoe Deschanel in it. Zoe Deschanel.
yeah, she was the love interest, I'm guessing. And then they had like the dude who played the chicken was basically a stoner.
It was John Heater.
Oh, okay, it was Napoleon. It basically was a stoner, Napoleon Dynamite.
Dude, his is the only episode of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the new show, I couldn't watch because he played Napoleon Bonafrog.
Oh God.
And I was like, nope, nope, I refuse to watch that movie. I will not watch this episode.
That's terrible. No. That's
no.
terrible.
No.
All right. Well, then I got another couple of duplicates for you here. I watched Sing, and I watched Inside Out. So I think I'm up to what you and I had 5 or 6 so far now that have been.
Looks like we have a total of 6.
Okay.
Once you count the last one.
Yeah, we're getting to that point. So and then I watched Open Season.
I was very tempted. I found all 3 Open Seasons at the Salvation Army yesterday.
Yeah,
on, Thursday.
I liked it.
I
liked it.
I was tempted to buy them, and if I didn't like them, leave them at work.
Yeah, no, I liked Open Season. I thought that was a pretty good one. I watched Norm of the North, which it's not terrible. Yeah, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's not terrible, but it's not.
Yes,
it's not anywhere near good.
Yes, it is.
I didn't mind it.
Yes, of course you don't, because you have horrible taste.
Yeah.
We established that throughout the years on the show.
Dude, which is funny because I was talking to one of my coworkers at the school how I'm doing this movie marathon thing, and how you always give me shit for having terrible taste in movies, and then yet you're the one who was always buying these like D-level horror movies and or give it.
I am the first one to say my tolerance for bad movies is really good.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay? My tolerance for movies
yeah,
are really good. I still think they're bad movies.
exactly. Yeah,
You sit there going, it's okay, kind of, sort of. Because you know what I write say? I enjoyed it.
yeah,
Because you know it's a shit film. Because you know I'm going to say it like this. You have shit taste.
yeah. Whatever. And then I watched.
No, not whatever. You have shit taste.
I watched Kubo and the Two Strings, and that movie's absolutely fucking amazing.
Yeah, you have good taste there.
Absolutely fucking amazing. I was blown away.
They're like polar opposites. Norm of the North. God. Kubo and the Two Strings.
Yeah, I thought that was so cool how just the sequence when he's storytelling and the origami animation things.
Origami paper. Just.
Dude, that's so cool. So cool. Yeah, that was really awesome. And then I watched Coraline for the first time.
Oh, what'd you think?
That was really, really dark. I mean, I knew it was gonna be. Yeah, I knew it was gonna be dark going into it. I didn't think it was gonna be that dark. Dark.
Sorry, that's ding ding. My bad.
And then I watched Mulan because I don't know why. I needed a movie.
It's a good movie.
It is, but it's really short, and I feel like I was watching it, and that was one of those ones that I felt like, yeah, this could have gone on. They could have like drug out some of the battle sequences a little bit more.
Yeah, they could have, and that would have probably cost them a shitload more money
True.
for a film that they probably weren't going to get as much back on.
That is true.
Still, though, for what they made of it, it's a very good film.
Yeah. Which is funny because somebody actually on Facebook recently had reposted something, and they redid the lyrics to the whole "Let's Get Down to Business" the fight training song, and it's, oh my god, like they literally put the lyrics on the pictures from the movie, and you cannot read it without singing it, and it basically is a song about like, I ate bad food and so now I have the runs. So it's like, point me to the bathroom because I've got the runs. And dude, it's the fucking funniest thing ever. But it's like, god damn it, you can't just read it. You read it with the song in your head. It's so bad. And I finished my month off with first time ever watching Atlantis: The Lost Empire, and I really like that one.
I almost bought that recently. The CEX that I go to, it's not like there's many that left in the country apparently.
Mm-hmm.
The one that's by my work that I go to, and I spend way too much money at, had a copy of Atlantis and Atlantis 2 on DVD, on Blu-ray actually, for like $10. I was very tempted to pick that up.
Nice. Yeah, no, I liked it. It was too. I didn't even realize it had been forever since I even thought about it, and I had seen it. It was in the Netflix queue, and I didn't even realize like Michael J. Fox was in it.
Really?
I had no clue. I had just it never appealed to me at the time, and it's one of those things where it does kind of bleed into the sci-fi aspect of stuff because again, it's folklore, and they again thought they had technology beyond any other place on Earth at the time, so I thought that was kind of neat. So yeah, so there's that. There's my list for animated August, and now we're 2 days into September. Have you watched anything for Sci-Fi September yet?
Technically, we're 3 days.
Well, you're after midnight, future boy.
Say, have you seen Treasure Planet from Disney?
No.
I think you should. I think you'd really enjoy that.
And that
Have you ever seen Titan AE?
I've seen parts of it. I don't remember watching it the whole
You
way.
need to watch both those films. One's from Disney, one's from Don Bluth, man. Both of them are really entertaining films for much different reasons.
And they're both sci-fi, so I could possibly watch them this month too.
You really could.
Hey.
If not, you can at least watch it for DVD December since we have to make special rules for you, baby.
Yeah, that could work. I do have one DVD that is still sealed that I'm waiting to open it for DVD December.
You know, if you open it, it's not gonna go bad.
I know, but still, it's one of those things where I'm waiting to watch it in DVD December because I have a copy of a Blu-ray of No Holds Barred.
God, you have something I don't have.
Ah, yay!
Can you ever do that again, please?
Okay.
Just never do that again.
I have no idea what the hell I even did.
Whatever you did, don't do it again.
All right, so what have you watched so far for the sci-fi month, Sci-Fi September?
Okay, well, something I don't think I've ever watched for any other sci-fi this September, although if I look back, I'll probably see it on 3 of my 4 lists. Watch. But I felt I needed to start this year off with destruction, death, passwords that are teddy bear. What are you doing over there?
I readjusting where I was laying on the bed.
Oh, that just sounded weird.
Yeah, I rolled from one side to the other. Okay, so I heard something. I'm
Just imagine you rolling over is hilarious.
beached whale.
Well, I've seen your photos recently.
Oh, thanks.
You, me, and Brian should, set goals.
Yeah, possibly.
No, I mean seriously. We should talk about that after the show.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll figure something out. All right. So
Alright,
so what? So
I had to do some death, destruction, passwords that are teddy bear.
I have no idea.
Demolition Man!
Never seen it. Shockingly, I know. I was. Isn't
Oh
it?
God, my heart! Oh God, my heart!
Is it like? Why do I want to say like that was that a Wesley Snipes movie?
Yes.
Okay.
And, some rando named Sylvester Stallone.
Oh shit! I didn't even realize that.
Oh God. It hurts. It hurts so bad. I didn't know people in this society could actually be in their 30s and not see Demolition Man.
Dude, I'm in my 30s and I still haven't seen fucking Scarface.
So, I can understand that. People just don't like gangster films. But this is fucking Demolition Man.
I don't know.
Oh God. I need a moment. I need help.
Help! I need somebody help.
No, you don't have the right to sing that. You can't sing that and not know what Demolition Man is.
Okay, fine. All right, carry on.
No, fuck you. You don't deserve the rest of my list. Because you wouldn't know the rest of my list anyway.
Probably not. Probably not. I'm looking at it right now. I don't know what they are.
You seriously wouldn't know this list at all. Seriously, Demolition Man, though?
I've never seen it, dude.
Oh my God, that is I demand you watch that before the end of the month.
Okay, I'll look to see if I can find it somewhere.
Oh my God, Jesus, I don't even know how to. I'm flabbergasted.
Honestly, dude, I've never seen it.
I've watched this movie so many times over the fucking last 20
Dude,
years.
you're talking to the guy who only I think it was just last year, saw The Fifth Element for the first time.
Oh my God.
Seriously, dude, there were just some movies that I just was not interested in at all that came out during the 90s because I just didn't care. I was still too young, and then by the time I was a teenager, I was too busy watching like Happy Gilmore and shit.
I am so sorry.
Yeah, now I don't know what the hell I was watching because some Adam Sandler movies are absolutely fucking ridiculous, and I'm like, was I really that stupid, or
Yes.
was Adam Sandler actually funny?
You were that stupid.
So just for posterity's sake and telling everybody out there what you watched.
I watched, there's 2 movies that I watched that Tomas gave me a while ago. They're both put out by Blue Underground. They're Italian, not Mad Max movies. they're essentially post-apocalyptic style films. One's called 1990, The Bronx Warriors, and this is the sequel to it, Escape from the Bronx, aka The Bronx Warriors 2, aka Escape 2000. Both movies barely had anything to do with each other. Not very post-apocalyptic, you know. The first movie was a bit like, how can I put this? Mad Max meets, oh geez, I had a perfect thing for it. God damn, what was it? Mad Max met something else, met the Princess Bride.
That's an odd combination right there.
Well, it was like two sci-fi films and the Princess Bride because the chick was involved.
Okay.
In a way, it's like, oh, we have to find her and save her, and then she dies.
Right on. Okay.
Oh yeah, right on. Yeah.
Sure.
She dies.
Right on.
You really need to change your catchphrase.
It's not even a catchphrase now, dude. I worked for In-N-Out for like over 2 years, and instead of saying I got it or whatever, it's right on. So I've been saying it ever since.
Right on comes up at the wrong time.
Probably so.
And Escape from the Bronx felt very much like Mad Max. Oh, that was what it was. It was Mad Max meets the Warriors meets Princess Bride.
Oh, okay.
That was what the first one felt like. And the second one felt like Mad Max met RoboCop 3 without the robots.
Okay.
They're not very good movies. They're fine to put on if you want to watch some really stiff acting, some bad action, some really cheap dubbing.
Okay, sounds good to me.
No, I don't think I sold that for anyone.
Right on. Right on. Well, cool.
Stop that!
I'm just gonna keep doing it because it pisses you off.
Oh. I quit. Do the show with boobs.
Okay, and then so you got 3 of them there inside of.
Yeah, I double booked them last night. I haven't watched anything for today yet because radio show and work.
And just started. So I watched a flick called Spectral. It was on a Netflix original exclusive whatever thing. It was pretty cool, man. It's a military movie, but what ends up happening is they encounter something that they think is active camouflage, and then they get a video of like what actually happened, and the motherfucker walks through a wall and then basically touches the person and ends up the soldier ends up dead. And they're trying to figure, is this thing a fucking ghost or whatever? So it's like,
so apparently death.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They eventually they figure it out, and I'm like, wow, this is kind of cool. And they eventually have to like create some like pulsar weapons, and dude, it was kind of neat. It was something different. They were using like the full spectrum cameras so they could see it like it's literally like you're legitimately ghost hunting, not with a video camera, but actually with guns. So I thought that was pretty neat.
Horrible,
yeah.
But again, I don't take anything you say, too seriously.
Yeah. I watched one called Time Crimes, and basically.
You just miss prime time, don't you?
Yeah. Money.
Brooklyn.
Yeah. I didn't realize when I had put this one on that it was entirely in Spanish, and I went, shit. Now I gotta read subtitles. Alright, fuck it. Basically, time travel, it's almost, it's not, it's hard to explain, because the time travel aspect isn't really overwhelming. It's basically a guy starts seeing some crazy shit happen off in the distance, and then winds up getting attacked by some guy with all these crazy bandages on his head. So I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe this is going to be kind of like time travel with like horror elements.
Like Darkman?
And then eventually you find out that like he time travels and becomes version 2 of himself, who turns into the murderer kind of character, like and so like the guy who stabbed him actually was him, and just dude, it's weird. It was kind of like Looper meets Groundhog Day, but like not funny and in Spanish. It was weird, and there's
that's a selling point.
Yeah, I would not recommend it to anybody. It was one of those movies where I'm like, oh god, when is this gonna end? Because I kept having to read subtitles, and yeah, it was weird.
Subtitles isn't the bad part. I mean, there are plenty of films that have subtitles in that are good.
Yeah, that's true. And just for the sake of it, if anybody is out there keeping track, what was that movie that kept track of all the freaking um the nudie scenes in there was a movie they made a website and they kept track of all the. You remember that?
No.
Oh god, there was I can't remember which movie it was or what TV show it was. Like a group of guys, they started their own website where they kept every time there was a nude scene in a full length feature movie, they put it on the website so that people could go and find it like right away. So I don't know why, but there was some chick who was like topless in it. So I was like, hey, yay! At least there's one saving grace of this movie: boobs.
Yeah, I have like a whole collection of Russ Meyer films. I'm not looking forward to watching most of them, no matter how many tits are in it.
Yeah. And then this morning I wound up watching Mars Attacks.
Classic.
Yeah, such a good fucking movie. Oh my god, man.
I'm sure I'll probably watch it at some point.
Star-studded cast, fucking hilarious. I love the fact that they're so fucking naive. After the first time the fucking aliens start shooting them up, hey, we're gonna let them talk in front of Congress. Blah 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 blah. Everybody's fucking dying again, dumbasses.
Again, good movie.
Yeah, such a good movie. And you know what? I gotta ask you before I put this on my list because it's one of those ones where I don't know if I would even consider it science fiction, but it is rather dark. It does have some demon and supernatural elements in it. But I will pose it to you since you are the expert. I watched the Death Note movie, the new Netflix Death Note movie.
I don't know how that is because I've never seen it, so
Okay.
I really couldn't give you an answer.
Okay, because it.
Make it better. Go to the forum and ask them, and maybe Dave and Tomas can give you a better answer for that.
Okay.
I really couldn't.
Okay, because yeah, I mean it's more of like, especially this one, they kind of murdered the original story, and it bothers me because I really like the anime, and they
I
told.
read the first couple of chapters of the manga and enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's oh my god, it's my absolute favorite. So for them to bastardize it like they did with this, I mean they set it in the United States. They had like white guy, gave him like light but generic last name. They turned L into a black kid who is supposed to be like the smartest guy on the freaking planet, like the best detective out there, and he's supposed to be like crazy, like almost like Asperger's type of like in his own head and not wanting to be around people, and he was like running around chasing after things. It's very weird. Like the girlfriend, it all takes place in high school, where in Japan it's like literally he just got into college or he's leaving high school going into college, and this one is like the tail end of high school, and the girlfriend is a classmate, not necessarily like the model or rock star that she was in the Japanese version. Yeah, it's and then like the mom and sister are not even there. The mom is dead. Yeah, it's weird. So yeah, I was a little miffed. They it felt like they tried to rush too much to get the story across. And for all things Ryuk, being the Shinigami, and played by Willem Dafoe, and they actually did mocap on his face, so Ryuk actually looks like Willem Dafoe.
That's frightening.
Dude, it was really cool, but he's barely in the fucking movie, dude. Like it just at least it felt like it could have done more. Like he happens to be in the background and he has a couple of lines, and maybe once in a while he has a full outright conversation on screen and you get to see the full CGI Ryuk character. But yeah, I was a little disappointed with it. So, but yeah, I'll
sounds like it.
yeah, I'll pose the question just to be on the safe side, because I have a feeling I know the answer is gonna be no, but I figured I'd ask anyway.
Well, it can't hurt to ask.
True, that is true. Dude, yeah, you know what? I was actually pretty stoked that for animated August, our little icon, the little badge that we got was Bendy from Bendy and the Ink Machine.
See, I wouldn't know that. I thought that was Flo from the Progressive commercials, all like an emoticon.
I can see where you get that. Kind of does have that look to it. Yeah, no, Bendy and the Ink Machine is like a horror video game that's based on the old school Disney esque or um, God, like Felix the Cat type style from back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So
Remember, Felix the Cat was Felix the Cat. Is that the one I'm thinking about? No, I'm thinking about something else. I'm thinking Fritz the Cat. Never mind. Keep going.
okay,
I was thinking Mark Crumb's Fritz the Cat, not Felix the Cat.
okay,
A whole different other story there.
yeah, that's true. So yeah, yeah, dude. Last month was awesome, and now this month is turning out. Hopefully, will be a good one. And this,
5 months of movie marathons.
yep, kind of awesome.
Oh my god! And like, we could do 6 if we really wanted to.
With January, yeah,
Yeah, jaunty January.
yeah, all comedies.
Yeah, I don't have enough of that. I don't think.
It's not a
I
tumor.
guess you have enough 80s comedies to do that.
Yeah, I probably could find enough. It's just a matter of, again, Netflix, Hulu, or godsends for that stuff for me. So
Yeah, I have to normally just, DVDs.
yeah,
Like, I always sit there and be like, well, Guardians of the Galaxy is funny. That's kind of a comedy.
yeah. See, that's where I'm kind of like to a point where like, okay, can I consider some of these superhero movies sci-fi because they kind of are.
Absolutely. We had this conversation last year.
Yeah, because
you don't get much more science fiction than these fucking movies.
Yeah, because one of the things like I seriously I saw and I put on my Netflix queue, but I again was gonna double check. I was gonna watch Spawn, and I'm like, okay. I figured that's good because again, demons in the underworld and kind of shit. So, but
yeah, Spawn counts.
yeah, so I'm gonna probably end up watching that one for sure. I was probably
I'm okay with that.
I was thinking I'm trying to remember what I put in my queue. God damn it, I can't remember. More than likely, I'm gonna end up probably watching at least Terminator 1 and 2 sometime between now or even more than likely shorts in November.
I am very tempted to spend tomorrow maybe cleaning my apartment and watching Terminator 2, Terminator 3 Salvation, not my bag. Let's try that again. Terminator 2 Judgment Day, Terminator 3 Rise of Machines, and Terminator 5 Genesis.
So you're just gonna skip Christian Bale.
Fuck yeah, I am. So the only good thing about it is Sam Worthington playing a Terminator not knowing he's a Terminator.
That actually was pretty ingenious.
Yeah, but that's the only good thing about the fucking movie. That's the problem. They set this thing to be a possible trilogy, and they can barely get one movie right.
That's funny. Yeah, so
it's very sad.
Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, I know, like, I got the Alien movies around here, so I know I can watch that. I'm trying to figure out, like, hell, if I find it, would Spaceballs count? Because I know it's more of a comedy than anything.
What's the main element of it?
I know.
So what's the answer to that?
I'm guessing yes.
Yeah. Just a little. Dude, should I watch all the Star Wars movies?
Oh, jeez.
Like all 8 of them? 9 if I somehow find a holiday special you gave me?
Yay!
I gotta find one.
It's absolutely horrendous. Just warning you now. It is god awful. I actually found my other copy in the move, so I was like, oh, yay! I do still have that other copy, because I know I gave you one, and I had one left over.
Yeah, I'm so looking forward to finding that.
Yeah, screw you, George Lucas. You thought you could get rid of that forever, but that will live on.
Oh, yeah, unfortunately it will.
So yeah, I have a few that I've been kind of eyeballing that I may watch. Um, I'm trying to not watch anything that has more horror elements till I can save them for next month.
So you'll save Predator for next month.
Quite maybe,
And the first Alien.
maybe yeah. I might have to save those then. Um, God, what was the other one that I Oh no, those are some of the ones that I saw. I was like, oh, I watched those last year, so I can't. I don't really want to watch those again.
Hey man, you watch whatever you want to watch. I mean, if it's a movie you enjoy, watch it again.
Yeah, I don't know. I might watch. If I Oh shit, you know what I haven't watched in a long time? Fucking Close Encounters of the Third Kind and E.T.
I'm sorry about E.T.
So maybe I'll watch those if I can find.
That is long, dull film these days. I can't sit through it anymore.
Dude, my nephew watched it apparently, and he came up to me one time and says, "Hey, you've seen E.T. before?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "You know the kid gets in trouble for calling his brother penis breath." I was like, "What the fuck?" Out of nowhere, my freaking nephew.
Okay, I work with a lot of kids, and even they're not this obsessed with that shit.
I just find it funny.
At
Like
that age.
it's just
Although I will say this, while we were at the Liberty Science Center, there was a conversation about where girls pee from.
nice.
And one of them's like, guys, it's not from there. No, it doesn't. I live with 3 women. I know where it comes from.
Oh man, that's funny.
He was very upset with what they were saying.
That's funny. Oh man. Yeah, shoot. Even to yeah, I think last year, like all of a sudden, names of films as I'm looking at the shelf are popping out at me, and I'm like, no, I think I watched that one last year, and like Event Horizon, I'm pretty sure I watched last year.
I haven't seen that ever yet.
That's borderline horror.
I think it's beyond borderline horror. I think it's considered a horror film before sci-fi.
Is it okay? That's kind of yeah, that's kind of spooky. More than likely I'll watch Lost in Space because I'm a glutton for that movie. It's like one of those movies that it's hokey bad, but it's still kind of like okay, it's nostalgic.
I'll go with what you're saying, I guess.
Yeah, well, my dad. There's a lot of stuff that I grew up watching with my dad, and I really didn't like it when I was younger. And now it's like I watch it. I've watched some of the other stuff for the remakes, and it's like okay, it's kind of nice. I can go back and watch some of that stuff, like shoot, like old Johnny Quest cartoons. My dad used to love Johnny Quest, and so now it's like I watch it and I go, okay, it's kind of hokey, but I can appreciate it because of all the stuff growing up. Um, but yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this, and shit, dude, I'm looking forward to all the good stuff coming up, man, with Schwartz in November, and just being able to kind of pick and choose any old movies for me that I haven't seen when DVD December rolls around because of the amended rules. The amended rules, thank you.
I might have to change that this year. Start buying movies.
I want to participate, but I'm broke.
Ain't that broke.
Yeah.
I've seen your busy face working in schools, wearing weird shirts.
Oh, you saw my Hawaiian shirt?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it was Hawaiian Day, and I was joking around with some of the teachers.
Pizza?
No, we didn't get pizza.
It's not a real Hawaiian Day.
Damn it. Dude, one of the teachers wears Hawaiian shirts every day. Normally. Well, that's what we were joking around. That'd be funny if he didn't wear one that day. But we were like, why was this on there? They were calling it Tropical Thursday, and the teacher that does it, his name is Mr. Metcalf. And I'm like, why didn't you do this on Monday and just call it Metcalf Monday? And like the teachers were like, oh my god, that's freaking hilarious. Because they're like, yeah, he wears these shirts all the time. Like 90% of the time he's wearing freaking khaki shorts too. Or so it's funny.
Yeah, it's a comfortable working
Oh,
environment.
dude, he's been there like 40 something years, and he's like, this is his last year. He's ready to retire. He don't give a shit.
What are you gonna do? Fire me?
Yeah, basically. Hell, he's used his classroom for the most part as storage for all the parts that he gets at the pick and pull. He legitimately goes to the scrapyard, picks and pulls stuff, cleans it up, and then sells it on eBay for like 50 times as much as he paid for it at the pick and pull.
Well, that's
Dude, seriously, he makes some good side money off of that. I wish I knew more about cars. I could do stuff like that. Shit. But then he probably, knowing him, he spends a lot of money on scratch offs and the horse races. So I don't ever really hear about him winning. So yeah. So yay. So okay, yay for movies. God, we talked about that for freaking an hour and a half. Holy shit.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of shit to cover when you're talking about a shitload of movies. I mean, let's be honest. I'm a cinephile. I will watch damn near anything. My collection, I think, proves that.
Yeah, you're a glutton for punishment.
Then again, a good 20% of my collection is given to me by Tomas, so I don't know what that says about me or him.
Yeah. At least Tomas has the sense to get rid of shit.
Shut up!
So, alright.
No, I'm very tempted, even though I finally listed everything, if you go to the forum, you know, there's a thread called I Need to Seek Help.
Nice.
And the most recent post is actually me posting every DVD that I have, including ones that I haven't watched yet. So there's a completely and true, up-to-date list of my movie collection.
Well, God forbid anything actually happens to your apartment, at least you have stuff for the insurance.
Yeah, I know, right?
Shit.
You know, most of those will probably be hard to replace. Some of them are out of print.
It just makes me think of the episode of The Big Bang Theory when somebody broke into their apartment and then basically Sheldon rattles off the every single fucking game and video game system that they own, and it's like, oh, we have the Nintendo Entertainment System with Super Mario Brothers 1, Super Mario Brothers 2, and he just goes on a tangent of all these games, and the freaking cop looks at him like, you're insane. You're a grown man, this, that, the other thing. Yeah, it's funny. Oh, well. So,
let's talk wrestling for a moment.
Alright, well, since
you're... We got a lot of wrestling to talk about.
Well, since you said you're still behind on Lucha.
I'm sorry. So bad. Hey, we can talk about how Mil Muertes about a month ago killed Jeremiah.
Dude, yeah, that was fun. Yeah, so they're getting through that tournament, and shoot, now and I'm not spoiling anything per se because you knew it was coming around with Ultima Lucha Trace coming up. The medallions are starting to be given out again too. So
I can't believe the Rabbit Tribe won that.
Yeah. So yeah, there's.
You know what? Masquerade Sagrada might really be the rabbit guy.
Yeah, he's their lucky charm there.
Give him a severed rabbit, it wouldn't work.
That's true. But the big thing of this past week has the start of the Mae Young Classic, WWE's all-women's tournament, which is kind of awesome, considering the fact that they were able to find, 32 of some of the best women out there, some of which are relatively unknowns. But dude, I was pleasantly surprised with everything. Like everything was good. There wasn't really any one that jumped out at me as really bad, like what we had with the first round of the Cruiserweight Classic with Noam Dar and one of the Bollywood boys. Thoughts?
Well, there's a few. I mean, we'll go through them, we'll talk about it, and we'll see who's really held their own and who didn't.
Alright.
There's a lot of upside to the women that are in this tournament. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, so on the first episode, so they released basically the entire first round on Monday night after Raw. They released it. First round results. First episode was Princessa Suhei defeating Kaylee Ray. That match was.
I was surprised because Kaylee Ray had, during the bracketology was like one of the big people that they were talking about, and they didn't even talk about Princess Suhei.
Yeah, and you know what? I especially considering I think Princess Suhei. I'm gonna dude. I don't like the Princessa when I've heard the name before, and it just has that extra thing, and I want to say Princess Suhei. But yeah, I think she's the oldest competitor in the field.
Yeah, her and Mercedes Martinez are true veterans.
Yeah, so again, not a terrible match. I mean, a good way to kick it off. It's had a lot of energy and some high flying. So
Well, not high flying, but
enough lucha moves.
Yeah, it was pretty well done. I was very happy with the whole thing.
Bless you.
That came out of fucking nowhere. I was actually honestly surprised Suhei won, but I'm not upset by it. First of all, she looks great. What? I'm a dude. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
And it was a pretty good match. I can see Kaylee Ray getting picked up easily though.
Yeah. Let's see. I mean,
I can see her getting signed and thrown right into the NXT's women's division as a contender.
Yeah, I'm hoping a lot of these women will get signed. We had
that should get signed if they're not already signed, like Abby Layton, the former Kimberly.
Yeah, true. We had Serena Deeb returning back to a WWE ring for the first time in God knows how long. Which it's funny, the backstory of her, why she left WWE in the first place, of all things, was because she had a substance abuse, alcohol abuse, whatever problem, and while she was in the Straight Edge Society, which was crazy because one of the indie shows that I did out here, filming and stuff, I had to pick her up from the airport, and like she was still kind of doing the gimmick on the indies when she first left, and one of the first places she wanted to stop was a gas station to get a pack of smokes. I was like, oh great, okay, so much. Did you actually have to live the gimmick while you're doing that? Because that would have been painful if you were a smoker and all of a sudden out of nowhere you had to like stop smoking in public. So. No,
that's not a bad thing. Just stop smoking.
Yeah. But so Serena Deeb now, she looks like a whole different person. Her hair's all grown back. She looks like she's at peace with herself now, which is great. And she got the win over Vanessa Bourne.
That was a pretty good match too. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, and then we had basically what was a fucking shoot fight. Shayna Baszler taking on Zeta. Dude, Shayna Baszler, again, as a MMA fighter, she was good. She's one of the four horsewomen of from the UFC.
I was not impressed with her at all.
She's not. It's hard to say she's a wrestler because she's not. She's still in that MMA mode, with her personality, with everything that there is about her. Still screams MMA, and she doesn't know how to play to a crowd yet. But the way that match finished, she basically picked her up like she was gonna suplex her and then turn it into instead of dropping her into a suplex, she basically dropped her into a rear naked choke.
I did like that, but I don't know. I think Shayna actually has some upside to her.
Yeah, I mean Shayna Baszler now has momentum because fans are like clamoring for her for some reason. I don't know. And again,
it's real. It's real.
Well, and for me personally, I don't necessarily mind the fact that she is very butch, but it's one of those things where if you don't have certain things, the looks definitely help your opportunity to get a spot. I don't know if that makes any sense whatsoever the way I said it without sounding like I'm a sexist fucking pig. I don't know.
I can't help you there.
I don't know. Just to me, it's one of those things where, again, if she's gonna get in, it's gotta be based on her in-ring ability, and really, like I said, it looked like a shoot fight. It didn't really look like a wrestling match. It didn't feel like a wrestling match. They were grappling most of the time.
That was a problem to me.
So, But I wouldn't call it terrible either, though. I wouldn't call it. I mean, it's a completely different style that WWE is just not used to seeing.
Oh no, I didn't say it was bad. It's just, I mean, it wasn't impressive.
Because I mean,
I kind of really liked what Zeta was trying to do, but in the end, it just wasn't impressive.
and honestly, I dude, Timothy Thatcher. Have you seen him wrestle? Dude, you're basically
No.
okay. He's been in Evolve. He was Evolve champion for a while. So if you've seen anything like that, he's also wrestled here on the West Coast. But he basically most of his matches now are more shoot fight than wrestling. Uh, they do a lot of grappling, and it's amazing. But you have to be in that mindset. And I going into this match, I'm like thinking, okay, is this going to be a wrestling match? And it's yeah, okay. So and then the main event that we had was Jazzy Gabbert taking on Abby Lath. I was
I
shocked.
really like Jazzy Gabbert. She knows how to use her size and strength.
I was shocked with the outcome.
I was and wasn't. I kind of figured they were gonna have the big giant person who was dominating the match lose, but I mean it was a pretty well done match. I mean it was definitely like, well, that's the match to kick off the trend of where this is going.
Yeah, and the fact that even though Gabbert did lose, it wasn't like it made her look weak.
Oh
She
no, she looked great. And the handshake afterwards just felt really good.
yeah, it was one of those wins that like Lath just kind of squeaked out. And yeah, I got I can't complain about it really when it comes to that. I mean, it was done right. The outcome didn't go the way I thought it was going to go, but it's still a good. It told a good story. The David Goliath angle. So there's that one. That was the first.
And Lynch did pretty good playing that character.
Yeah, that's for sure. And then we had that was the first episode. Episode 2 gave us let's see here, your girl Mercedes Martinez taking on Xia Li.
Gosh, I didn't know they hired Chun Li.
Yeah, no,
She's like right out of the fucking video game.
legit, man. She was all doing all the freaking martial arts moves and stuff right at the beginning, and
Eyes that mesmerized, dude.
yeah, but
Like at that point, it's like, why wear anything?
yeah, but then no match for Mercedes Martinez, man. She, dude,
This woman's a near 20-year veteran who spent a long time in the Indies doing what she does best. That is kicking ass.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, if it wasn't for seeing Bailey Sasha 1 live in person, Mercedes Martinez versus Mickey James at a local house show here, fucking podunk indie fed back in 2011 or 12 would still be my favorite women's match I've ever seen live.
nice. Well,
Yeah, it is. She is that good, damn it. And I'm pissed that the WWE took this long to finally recognize her. But I hope that she gets a run out of this, even if it's a short one. I hope she gets one.
yeah, and
She
even
deserves it after all this
and
time.
even in the bracketology thing, they did a video thing with her saying that, like, hey, man, like, it's taking her this long to get here. She's gonna keep doing what she does, and I mean, yeah, that's really what it is. It is. It's kind of unfortunate because I've seen her over the years, between WSU and Shimmer and things like that. She's way better. She is way better than most of the people WWE has signed over the last decade.
She's way better than most of the people in this tournament.
Yeah, yeah.
She's easily top 5.
So
They have some really good people in this tournament, but she's top 5. If you've not seen Mercedes Martinez work, go look up Shimmer. Please, go look up what she's done. She can put on a 15-minute match and make it seem like it's just poetry, man. She is that fucking
yeah, I honestly my hope is that in this tournament though, she doesn't end up being the Zack Sabre Jr. where you think she's gonna dominate and win, and then yeah, it's just crazy, man. So we'll see what happens. So but then we got Marty Bell taking on Rachel Evers.
I honestly thought Marty Bell was going to win.
I did too.
She looked bad.
Yeah, I like Marty.
Evers kind of beasted through her at the end, and I kind of like that.
Yeah, I was a fan of Marty Bell in Impact over at TNA, and
Dude, I remember watching her as a valet in Johnny Rods' old training ground.
that's
And,
right. She trained over there under Johnny Rods, I believe.
you
Yeah.
know, I actually saw her as a valet. She actually gave me a chair once.
Nice. That's cool. So yeah, Evers defeats Marty Bell. We had Miranda Salinas and Rhea Ripley.
Oh man, those are actually two chicks I want to see signed. I know Rhea Ripley is signed.
Nice.
You know, she already has Rhea Ripley WWE on her Instagram. I'm like, oh, thank God, that's a chick they needed to hire.
That's cool. I did not
She
know
is
that one.
good.
I did not know that one.
They really like getting their Aussies, don't they?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Hey, look, the Aussies have been putting out some good women's wrestling, apparently.
Yeah.
You know, she's like the fourth or fifth one they signed.
And then the main event on that night was Mia Yim taking on Sarah Logan.
Damn, can Mia Yim get hired after that?
I hope so. Both of these women in this match were awesome.
Mia Yim like do nothing on the Indies like 6-7 years ago, man.
Yeah, Mia Yim is one of those that, again, coming into Impact, I knew she was, but I hadn't really seen too much of her work. And I was like, okay, holy shit. And I love the fact that WWE even acknowledged Gail Kim as her
but
inspiration.
I think that's because this has nothing to do with Vince, so there's the gloves are off on these.
Yeah.
I mean, they mentioned Shimmer and friggin' someone else, CMLL.
Yeah.
Like they were name dropping companies.
So here's hoping that hey, maybe that's a precursor that they'll be willing to actually put her in the hall because she deserves it anyway. But yeah, Mia Yim, you could see, dude, like after all the
She's
top.
come a long way, even from her TNA days, man. Her and you know, what's her name? Sarah Logan might have had the match of the tournament.
Yeah, it was
so far
really freaking good, and honestly, I mean, if you watched NXT from this past week, Sarah Logan was on there, getting her ass beat by the iconic duo.
Well, Peyton Royce is pretty good.
So, but yeah, so there's that. So hopefully that means she's signed and sealed and delivered and good to go for a while now.
Yeah, I hope so, because if anyone who deserves a good run, you know, in a company, she's really come a long way. She's even better than what she was in TNA. You know, that says a lot.
Yeah. All right, so that was the episode 2. Episode 3. Honestly, one person I think has potential to win the whole thing, just because I think she's a good total package, character and in ring. Toni Storm. And they've been hyping her up like crazy too, which which almost makes me think.
Also, she's gorgeous.
Yeah, she's beautiful, but it also makes me think, shit, if they're hyping her up this much, she's probably not gonna win the damn thing, which sucks.
True, but damn, she put on a hell of a show that first match.
Yeah, Aisha Raymond.
Where did she wrestle?
Aisha Raymond.
Alright.
So that one was a good one. The second match of the night was Dakota Kai defeating Kavita Devi, which
I like Kavita Devi. I think she's already signed to the company.
Yeah, she's the one that came out of Kali's training school in India, and
yeah, it shows. But let's be honest, she already wrestles much better than Kali does.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking the same thing.
She's got to be a legit 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah, she.
Still, I mean, she's almost got I don't want to say it like this, but she's got a slightly manly frame while still being feminine, you know? And the way she wrestles as a super powerhouse, and I like that. Yeah. You can tell she's green as goose shit right now, but there's a lot of potential for growth if they can do that right with her. Yeah. She could be a great monster in pro wrestling.
And Dakota Kai,
she was cute getting her ass kicked, wasn't she?
But Dakota Kai pulled out the win, so, but you know.
Yeah, she was able to get, was it, Davi is her last name?
Yeah, Kavita Devi, yeah.
Okay, Devi, I don't want to, like, call her, like, a completely wrong name. I don't want to be like, Kali got her ass kicked.
Yeah.
Devi, made a few mistakes towards the end, and, Kai hit this beautiful
Yeah, that was really cool. And you know what's funny? The first thing I thought of when I saw Dakota Kai was Daisy Hayes.
Don't say that ever.
I don't know. I mean, again, maybe it's just the look, the
Maybe
hippie.
Daisy Hayes that eat a few hamburgers?
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking the hippie chick look. I don't know.
Oh. See, to me, facially, I honestly thought she was Aaliyah at first.
Huh?
Like, when I first saw, like, Aaliyah, I'm like, no, that can't be. And then Dakota Kai, I'm like, oh, okay. And then I saw that running kick, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that kick was brutal, man. Absolutely freaking brutal.
Yeah, that was pretty damn good.
And then we got Bianca Belair taking on Sage Beckett.
Sage Beckett, the former Heidi Lovelace.
Yeah, and then
Wait,
Bianca
was it
Bel.
Heidi? No, not Heidi. Rosie Ladala. Rosie
Oh,
Ladala.
that's okay, cool. I was like, wait a
Remember
minute.
the chick that broke, God damn, I can't remember her name now. The one who screamed a lot.
Daphne?
Yes. She actually broke Daphne's sternum or something, like broke a few ribs or
Oh,
something with a squat
good lord.
in TNA.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, she retired for 2 years and lost a shitload of weight and came back, and I'm glad she did. Now she got hired.
Yeah, and then
Congratulations to her, you know?
yeah, and then but Bianca Belair, she's got that
I like her.
unique
I like her a
look.
lot.
She's got a unique look, especially with that braid. That's a little different.
Well, you know that's put in right before the match, too.
Yeah, you would think.
But I like the fact that she uses it as a weapon.
Which a part of me was even thinking, wow, how okay, that almost doesn't make sense because it's like to a point where like I'm looking at it from a perspective, like historical perspective on like people who have accessories like that. Okay, if you're wearing it and you happen to like D'Lo Brown had the chest protector, whatever. It's whatever that. But the other one would be yeah. But here's the thing. Go back to WCW and Hulk Hogan. He used to always wear a weight belt. The second he took the weight belt off and used it to whip somebody, he'd get disqualified. So I'm part of me's thinking like, how is the hair not?
It's still connected to her head.
I know it's still connected to her.
So why can't it be used as a weapon? Look, if a guy has 3 fucking legs, you can tell you can't use one of them because the other guy only has 2?
Yes.
No!
Motherfucking Goro with 4 arms, dude.
Yeah, you know what? Goro will be able to use all 4 fucking arms, okay?
God damn it.
You know, it's not like it's... Yes, of course. If you see the training videos, they did a shitload of NXT Combine videos on the Instagram, which are actually really cool. And one of them is of Bianca Belair, and she does not have the long fucking hair. So yes, it's a weave that she adds for the match. Doesn't change the fact that at that moment it is a part of her body and therefore legal for her to use.
Okay, alright, we'll go.
Don't let you use it to choke anyone. That's illegal no matter what. So
True.
you know, I mean, look, we've seen guys use a shirt as a snapmare.
Yeah, or the tape from their fists.
Exactly. So there are things that you have to let certain things go.
I
Let the
guess.
hair go.
I guess. Then we had main event was Piper Niven taking on Santana Garrett.
Now, I honestly did not think Piper Niven was going to win, but I'm so glad she did because I want to see a super heavyweight go.
Yeah, that's when it came down to it. Of all the women that were there, that were the bigger ones, either in height or in size when it comes to weight. I did not expect her to be the one to win. Like I said, I thought it was going to be Jazzy Gabber. But
I'm very happy that Piper Niven is the one that won, though.
Dude,
really
for as big as she,
super heavyweight going in, she moves really well.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I like the fact that she plays up to her size very well and uses a lot of cross bodies.
Yeah, dude, that's you know what? I was thinking the same thing because it's like when she hit that cross body, my heart sank up for a second there because it's like when Bray Wyatt was at his heaviest and when he was doing cross bodies on people, the same thing happened to me. I was like, oh my god, like, is the person okay?
But I always like that about characters. Like, especially characters big, use your fucking weight properly.
Exactly.
You know, throw yourself around. You are a giant fucking weapon. Use it. If I was a pro wrestler, and I've been offered, by the way, you know, to go to love seeing a guy my size like, holy shit, he's tall and fat. Hire him.
That's
Oddly
fun.
enough, that's the thing that they want to still do these days. They're like, my move would be just like, avalanche in the corner. I was always find it funny if I was able to run. I would have to do, speaking of Demolition Man, MDK would be murder, death, kill, just like 3 splashes in the corner in some fashion.
Nice.
Maybe like a butt splash and a running knee, and then one last one with that running kick that Joe does.
Nice, dude. That would be
some stupid shit, just called MDK. Just because I think it'd be great for the chicken crowd to go MDK, like doing it, shit like that.
right
What
on.
you wish, man? I've thought about this a little too much.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I know. It's funny because as a wrestling fan, you always kind of think, oh man, if I ever got a chance to do whatever, I don't know. I sometimes I think yeah, and then I actually went and watched a practice, and then I went, yeah, maybe not.
Not for me.
Yeah, considering the fact that I have no tolerance for pain.
Yeah, I'm always in pain. I don't need to add to it.
So, and then like they did with the Cruiserweight Classic, episode 4, the last few matches of the first round were absolutely ridiculous. Holy hell, man! Just the heavy hitters on this show was kind of awesome. First match was Candice LeRae taking on Renee Michelle.
So that Candice LeRae, I have a feeling she's gonna get signed if she hasn't already. I mean,
yeah, freaking.
husband's already in the company.
Yeah, I would, dude. I love the fact that they started chanting Candice Wrestling.
Dude, that was. I'm sitting there like, oh god, this crowd is too good.
That's awesome. That made my fucking night.
That to me, it just shows the response that she's gonna get. And yeah, I think you should definitely, if she's not hired, hire her.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So Candice LeRae, I mean, killing it. Hopefully she's gonna be signed and go far with the company. And then we had.
But a lot of these women are, main stage ready. I think.
Oh yeah.
Like if they hired Piper Niven, I kind of wish they would. I don't mind a couple of super heavyweights. We don't just need Nia Jax. We have a few more.
Yeah.
I would put her right on SmackDown.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, definitely.
Right on SmackDown and bowl people over.
Yeah, and the next match then would have been Lacey Evans defeating Taynara Conti.
Yeah, that was not a very good match.
Well, yeah. Lacey Evans, dude, there's just something about Lacey Evans that I just am like, holy crap, she's sexy as hell.
It's the whole military.
Maybe the whole.
Bombshell pinup style.
Yeah, I think maybe that's
you want to meet her and then to get her tattooed on your arm.
Yeah, dude, that actually sounds about right. Yeah, she's freaking gorgeous.
They're giving up for a reason, and it works for her, man.
But
I ain't gonna argue.
yeah, and Taynara Conti, I mean, she has that judo background, which is definitely.
She has some really nice throws,
yeah.
But she's still not very good.
Yeah, it's definitely something different that we haven't really seen too much of. But again, it has that MMA feel that it's just.
There's nothing wrong with that if it's done right. Look at Shamrock.
Or even to a point. Well, Santino Marella used judo in his things, and it worked.
Yeah, but Santino used one judo move, and then the Cobra, and then we all died. Every time.
So,
okay?
Yeah.
It's a little different. She comes out in a full fucking gi.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so
I actually found really interesting. She didn't pull it off and wear like some sort of leotard. She literally fought in a gi like early mixed martial arts.
Yeah. Which it would be better if they, instead of, again, she's, forgive me if I'm wrong, I believe she was billed from Brazil, from Rio.
Yes.
So you would think that not only would they play up the judo, they really didn't play up the fact that she was a Brazilian jiu-jitsu either. If she was, the gi makes a lot of sense because you can smother and submit somebody with it.
Mm-hmm.
So they could have done a little bit more with her.
This is her first televised match. She's still in the performance center.
Yes.
I don't think she's going to see television for another 4 or 5 months, honestly.
Yeah, that's quite possible.
She's not ready for it. I think they just need another body.
Yeah. Next match on the card had Nicole Savoy, the Queen of Suplexes from out here in California, which I've seen her a couple times. She's awesome. She defeated Lady Tejano, aka Reina Gonzalez. I seriously, dude, I saw that. I'm like, holy shit, it's Lady Tejano.
Yeah, well, apparently she signed.
Yeah, dude, she's good, dude. I like even in the loss. I still think she's got such potential, such a good, I just a refreshing
Well, that's
character.
the best thing. I like how Triple H said, just because these women lose doesn't mean that their opportunities are over.
Yeah, and on top of that too, she's a second gen, right? They said her dad was a wrestler. Yeah,
Who gave up his career
to have her have a
so
family.
he can raise his kids and then give them their career.
Yeah.
And you know what? I know a lot of these people have already signed in this tournament. I think maybe about a third of the people have already signed before they signed on for the tournament.
Yeah.
To me, that's still not a bad thing. That means they're showing that yes, we're trying to build the women's division and take women's wrestling more seriously, and hopefully even more women from this tournament will be picked up.
Yeah.
Because they're just some of them are really fucking good.
Yeah. And with Nicole Savoy, she is good friends with Shayna Baszler, so you could see some of that style rub off on her a little bit with the grappling type of stuff. But she's kind of like with suplexes. She's kind of like how Roderick Strong is with his backbreakers. And we really didn't get to see too much of that in this match. Because Reina was almost what? She's almost 6 foot tall. Reina was not a small woman.
Over the other one.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking something else.
No, Reina was on the eye patch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was tall.
Yeah. So,
she was playing a big woman's game instead of like a suplexer.
Yeah.
I was kind of disappointed.
So yeah, so I'm assuming within the next round we're gonna see a lot more of the from the Queen of Suplexes there, and then the main event, Tessa Blanchard taking on Kairi Sane, which kind of, dude, I don't, maybe it's just me, but seeing Kairi Sane and not saying it like Sane, Sane,
yeah,
that bothers me. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me, but that really bothers me.
I kind of get what you're getting at. I do. I mean, that's caught me off guard at first time too. So,
yeah, because you're pronouncing her first name Kairi, or right, or they're just saying Kairi. They're just, I mean,
they're calling her Kairi Sane.
Yeah, to me it's like it should be Kairi or something. To me, I don't know. I don't know, but it's just even like I get why they say Asuka. But it's like I can understand why somebody like Kurt Angle the other day on the pay-per-view called her Asuka.
Oh, they did from the box. They actually showed them from the box.
Oh no, he was backstage and he did an interview and he actually called her Asuka. So I mean, yeah, to me it's like I want to say Kairi Sane, but okay, whatever. Kairi Sane.
You know what? It doesn't matter. Her gimmick is just straight up perfect for E right now.
The pirate gimmick, dude. I can't rave enough about her fucking elbow. Oh my god.
It's just literally just gravity taking over. She just jumps up and slowly the elbow just comes down. Her rest of her body turns sideways and goes up. Like the elbow is just filled with just like a magnet.
Yeah, dude.
And the opponent is a giant hunk of metal.
Dude, the best elbow ever in the business, in my opinion.
Since Shawn Michaels, at least.
Dude, for me, it's one of those things where I can't help and look and just go, man or woman, I don't think I've ever seen anybody do an elbow quite like her. And to me, it's
completely different and it looks great.
And I'm in awe.
You need to talk about how good Tessa Blanchard was.
Yeah, even in the loss.
She learned to wrestle like that.
I wonder with their last name being Blanchard.
Yeah, but remember the last few times we've seen her, she was nowhere near that good.
I know. Yeah, they haven't really let her go, and this time, yeah, she even in the loss, she still freaking killed it, and I'm really hoping that she's one of the ones that are gonna be signed. Yeah. So, God, man. So right now, looking at the bracket, we have, for going into the next round, we're gonna have Abby Lath taking on Rachel Evers. We have Princessa Suhei.
So Abby Lace is gonna have to do, the big woman match again.
Basically, yeah. Princessa Suhei taking on Mercedes Martinez.
This is not fair.
Again, dude, that's like Drew Gulak versus Zack Sabre Jr. again. Like, I don't know, dude, it's so funny. Like,
that could be a main event.
Yeah.
Oh, it's round 2.
Yeah. Yeah, so we get Nicole Savoy taking on Candice LeRae. Dude, that's another one. That's another one, man. We got Mia Yim taking on Shayna Baszler. Dude, and both
I
of
really hope Mia Yim kicks the shit out of her.
I hope so too.
I want Baszler to eat some defeat,
Yeah. We get Kairi Sane. Sorry, I'm gonna end up screwing that name up like crazy. Kairi Sane taking on Bianca Belair, right? I believe. Yeah, that was.
Poor Bianca Belair.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how she fares against, because Bianca's still green. We know that she's performance center. She's really just spending her time there. But I think this will be a good test for her.
Yeah. We get I'm double checking and making sure I'm remembering who won and lost because I have to flip back to the pages here. We get Dakota Kai taking on Rhea Ripley.
Oh, I don't know who I want to win that.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun one. We get Serena Deeb taking on Piper Niven.
Oh, Piper's not gonna win that one, but damn, that's gonna be fun, isn't it?
Yeah, and then we get this one again. This is another one that I'm torn because I like both of them. Lacey Evans and Toni Storm.
I'm sorry, Lacey's not gonna win.
I don't think she is either. I mean, like I said,
it's gonna be a very blonde match, though.
Yeah, dude. I just.
It's a beautiful match.
God, Toni.
Make sure if you're watching that, put the lotion away.
Yeah. Dude, yeah. So I mean, the way I'm looking at it here, I'll give you the bracket. I'm gonna send you a copy of the bracket real quick so you can kind of see it firsthand here. But God, man, if I'm just spitballing and trying to figure out who's gonna end up where at the end, I mean, honestly, part of me wants to say it's going to end up being on the top left of the bracket. I think it's going to be Abby Lath. Now that I think it's going to be Abby now that she won against Mercedes Martinez. On the bottom side, part of me thinks it's. I don't want it to be Shayna Baszler, but I have a feeling it's going to be Shayna Baszler.
Is Candice LeRae?
Actually, I was thinking it was going to be the two friends going at it. I think it was going to be Nicole Savoy.
Really?
I I don't know. I just think that storyline makes more for JR and freaking Lita to talk about.
You mean Butcher?
Huh?
You mean Butcher?
Butcher, yeah, that's true.
That seems horrible.
Obviously on the top right of the bracket, Kairi Sane. I have a feeling it's gonna be her against Dakota Kai.
Oh, that's gonna be a very cute match.
Yeah. God, man. Again, Serena Deeb, you would think, and then Toni Storm.
I kind of want to see Piper Niven and Toni Storm.
I think that would be better for the sake of it. I mean, we know Serena Deeb. We've seen her before. We know what she can do. I would like to.
You know what's going to happen? It's going to be Toni Storm and Kairi Sane.
Yeah.
Not even for the main event.
Yeah, and then on the other side.
That's the same bracket. That's
Dude.
Be a semifinal.
Dude, the funniest part is I honestly think that the left side of the bracket is more unpredictable than the right side of the bracket.
True.
Because they have so many.
Whoever Mercedes Martinez faces, I'm sure she'll lose, unfortunately. I don't think she'll go into the finals.
Yeah, I think whoever it is, if it's Rachel Evers or Abby Lath, I think whoever wins that matchup is going to end up being in the semis. I don't know. That's because I haven't heard anything about Mercedes Martinez being signed. I don't think Princessa Suhei is going to be signed because they're both in the twilight of their careers now.
Martinez has been wrestling the way she wrestles, she's got another 5 years in her.
I'm sure she probably could, but I
still think you should bring her in as an unpredictable veteran. Look what it's done for AJ Styles.
Well, and
you do what AJ Styles with Mercedes Martinez in the women's division in some fashion. I definitely think people will turn heads and go, "Who is this chick?" And then she starts kicking ass.
Could you just, I mean, thinking it out loud, could you see her getting hired to be the assistant trainer to Saramata?
I don't want her to.
I know you probably
don't. I can't watch Death Ray wrestle anymore.
I know.
Okay? That really angered me when I saw her on the screen. I'm like, she should be in this fucking tournament.
Yeah.
She should be winning.
Dude, it's really funny to see freaking the old pictures of Sarah Del Rey and
Scary Cherry.
Well, and then look at now and look at Sanity. Dude,
yeah, there is a bit of a correlation there with her and Nikki Cross.
Dude, seriously, it literally I was like, wow, okay, it kind of has that Death Ray feel to her facial expressions.
Yeah, but I will say that Sarah Del Rey was a much better wrestler than Nikki Cross.
Oh yeah.
Nikki Cross, but my God, Del Rey.
Yeah, dude, freaking queen of wrestling there, dude. Come on.
She really was. I mean, we're joking because she was part of the Kings of Wrestling. She was in the group. But Del Rey is one of the best wrestlers you might not have ever heard of.
Mm-hmm.
If you're sitting here going, "Oh, I've only ever watched WWE and TNA," it's like, well, unfortunately, you are depriving yourself of some amazing wrestling because she worked Shimmer and ROH, and my God, was she good!
Dude, she was the first interview I ever booked. The first interview I ever booked when I officially became part of the team when we first relaunched as PWF. That was my first interview I'd ever booked was Sarah Del Rey.
I never booked many, but I booked some good ones.
Yeah.
Johnny Rods is actually. I was very surprised that Johnny Rods actually came on the show because he legitimately told me, I don't do many interviews. I'm like, yeah, but we're straight just about pro wrestling, man.
Yeah.
Like, we respect pro wrestling. I listed off like all the people, like we've had Bret Hart, we've had Dory Funk Jr., we had Jesus Christ, Oliver Humperdinck, Nick Bockwinkel, and and I was like, I started looking at those names, his eyes just kind of lit up a little. It's like, he ain't full of shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah.
All right, here's my information. Let's set this up. Look, oh my God, I got Johnny Rods.
Yeah.
Because Johnny Rods is a really nice guy, and unfortunately his gym was like on the 3rd floor, and it was all a walk up. I'm a fat guy. I was much fatter then. So I'm like huffing and puffing. I'm standing there. He comes up to me. It's like, are you okay? It's like, you need to sit down. I'm like, I'll be fine. I'll be fine soon. Hey, I do a radio show.
That's funny.
He only listened to me because I was huffing and puffing, making sure I was okay. But then when I was like, I legitimately posted like some of the people we've had interviews with, man. And he just like legitimately realized I was not bullshitting. I was not fucking faking them like other people do.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, on that note, man, shoot, we're over our normal 2 hours and shit, man. I'm thinking I might go get me some ice cream and curl up with a nice movie here.
Yeah. I don't have ice cream, but I'm definitely gonna watch a movie. I don't know what yet. I did buy King Kong recently, the original one.
Nice. Yeah, I may go watch Spawn.
Ooh, man, you know what I haven't watched and I finally picked up recently? Contact. I haven't seen that in years.
Oh, you know what? I did see that online too, so I may have that one. I may have to throw in there. And
yeah, first Demolition Man.
Okay, I will try to see if I can find it somewhere.
You will not regret watching Demolition Man.
Okay, right on, man. All right, well, be sure if you're listening to us here at Gorilla Blood Radio, you hit the subscribe button on the YouTube, hit the bell, you get the updates. Go add us on Instagram, Gorilla Blood Radio. Scott NDX on Instagram as well. Also, I'm on there, DKorea247. Yeah, man, it's been going good, dude. Some of your drawings are freaking awesome, dude. And I told you I was talking, doing a little rundown of your feed to my nephew of all the superheroes and stuff. So I think it's kind of cool. Like, yeah, dude, he was like, oh, there's Deadpool and there's Captain America or whatever. Yeah, dude, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, if only people would start buying some of my shit.
Well, shoot.
Well, hopefully, if we ever do that idea, get that together.
Yeah, yeah, dude, yeah. Scott's been kind of
No,
doodling stuff. So
yeah, dude.
doodling stuff, dude. It's
Even
not.
though I completely gave the whole idea away on Instagram. Go to Instagram. You want to know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, so yeah, hopefully that's kind of fun. And
Yes, not in the X. Google it.
so, and then I'm hoping I have a little side project here that I'm kind of working on slowly. So we'll see. Hopefully that'll come to fruition here in the next month. And if that's
Yeah,
the
I have to ask you about that.
yeah, so we'll see if that's the case. We may not just be on YouTube anymore again. Hey,
Oh, thank God, because no one wants to listen to us on YouTube.
hey, but at least with whatever it is, maybe we'll actually advertise. So
What?
yeah, us advertise. So alrighty, well on that.
Would it be about a couch again? That was hilarious. I mean, there's a clip of us acting stupid, and they'll be like, "Nick, why are you doing that? It has nothing to do with wrestling." It's hilarious.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, on that note, for Scott and DX out in New York City, I am Daniel Correa. We will hopefully be talking to you again next week, and hopefully Scott will catch up on his Lucha Underground so we can talk about that too.
I'ma try.
All right. Night, everybody. Thanks for listening to Girl Blood. Bye.